Well, let's see if you've got everything.
It's all there, Mom.
Well, now you're going to be gone for 3 days. I want to make sure. Let's see, there are your socks, your sweater, your pajamas. What are you doing with a jar of my cold cream?
That's not cold cream. I've got it filled with worms.
Worms?
Watch it, Mom. You can't catch fish with worms that are all shook up.
Oh, they're no more shook up than Mom is.
Now, don't put them back in here. Put them in the tackle box and get them outside. You can pick them up in the morning.
Women.
Oh, honey, you go get those dishes done.
Okay.
Evening, Mrs. Carmichael.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Carter. Won't you come in?
Oh, thank you. I hope you don't mind, but this is a central location, and the station wagon can pick it all up together.
Oh, no, that's fine. Just put it down any place.
Oh, fine.
Mr. Carter.
Huh?
It was very nice of you to offer to be Jerry's substitute father.
Oh, my pleasure. I like Jerry very much.
Yes, I just wish the feeling were mutual.
What?
Oh, I didn't mean to put it so bluntly. I mean, he really doesn't dislike you, but actually, he's very unhappy about going with you.
Hi, Mr. Carter.
Oh, hi, Jerry. Howdy, kid.
Gee, I can hardly wait for our trip tomorrow. We're going to have a swell time together.
You bet we are, son.
Jerry, dear, you better go upstairs and get to bed. You have to get up at 6 a.m., you know.
You bet I know. See you, Mr. Carter.
Hurry up, Jerry.
Yippee! Yippee! Yippee!
He's unhappy?
He's miserable. He's just a great little trooper, that's all. He just knows how to cover up, that's all. As long as he's stuck with you, he's going to try to make the best of it.
Mrs. Carmichael.
Oh, and another thing, I do hope you know how to put up with all of his little idiosyncrasies.
What idiosyncrasies?
Well, he's a very restless sleeper. And sometimes he makes noise.
Mrs. Carmichael, look, why don't you just tell me the truth? Now, why don't you want me to go with him?
Because I want to go with him myself. Oh, Mr. Carter, it was very nice of you to volunteer, but it's just that...
Well, you can't go, Mrs. Carmichael. It's for men only.
Now, look, Mr. Carter, if for some reason at the very last minute something happened to you and you wouldn't be able to go and, you know, I'm sure I could talk them into letting me go in your place.
Well, Mrs. Carmichael, if you have your heart set on it, I'm sure I can find some reason for backing out.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Carter. You'll know how I feel someday when you become a mother. Coming! Good morning!
Good morning, Mr. Carmichael. Jerry all set?
Yes, he's all set and he'll be down in a jiffy.
Good, good, good. I hear
What a
everything's right
morning.
here.
It's going to be wonderful up in those mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hardly wait.
You can hardly what?
I said I can hardly wait.
Oh, wait. Wait? For what?
To go on the trip. You see, Mr. Mooney, Mr. Carter called last night, and he's very ill, and he can't go, so I have to go in his place.
Mrs. Carmichael, you cannot go with us.
Why not?
It's for men only.
Yes.
That's no excuse.
Well, think of the sleeping arrangements. There's only one bedroom, and we all bunk there.
Well, I've got my sleeping bag. I'll sleep in the front room.
Well, we also go swimming.
Good, I'll get my swimsuit.
We don't use swimsuits.
Well, I'll sleep in the front room. Oh, now, really, Mr. Mooney, I won't be any trouble at all. I'll be just like one of the guys. I won't take no for an answer now. I'm going upstairs and get my purse, and I'm going to get Jerry, and we're going to be ready to go.
One of the guys just went upstairs to get his purse.
What are we going to do, Ted? A woman along will put a damper on the whole trip. And here I was looking forward to 3 beautiful days without him.
Wait a minute. She won't be with us for 3 days. In fact, I doubt that she'll last 3 hours.
What do you mean?
We are going to give her the works. We are going to make it so tough, so miserable, so unbearable.
Give her the treatment.
Oh, and I think of the things we're going to do to her, I feel better already.
Mrs. Carter!
for tabs. Everybody hit the sack. Have a great time. Get some rest.
Hey, that was a very nice dinner Mrs. Carmichael cooked. Worth waiting for.
I thought she would never get that fire started, rubbing those two sticks together.
Have you got all your chores finished?
Yes, the dishes are all done. Table's set for breakfast. I chopped the wood, I swept the kitchen floor, and I scrubbed it, too.
Oh, well, did you burn up all today's garbage and trash?
I burned everything, including 3 of my fingers. Compared to me, Cinderella had a snap.
Hey, Mom?
Yeah, baby.
I just came back to say goodnight.
Oh, honey, don't hug me too hard. My bones won't take it. Good night, baby. Good night, honey.
Well, good night, Mrs.
Good night.
Carmichael.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
And a good night's sleep.
Oh.
Daisy.
What do you mean, ups a daisy?
We need the couch in the bedroom for one of the children.
Well, where am I going to sleep?
Well, you have the whole floor to yourself. Pick a spot.
All right.
Okay.
Take it easy.
Watch your hands, Dad.
Nighty-nighty.
Oh, that light. Ugh. Oh, no. Oh. Mm.
I've never seen anything.
Hey! What's going on?
We're going to play our poker game.
Poker game? I'm trying to sleep.
Well, you go right ahead. You won't disturb us. All right, let's shut up.
We don't want to waste any time here. All right, yeah.
No wild
I will be the banker because
We'll be around. High five.
Hey, how long are you going to be playing?
Well, who knows? 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
About that time, I stand around there.
I'm not going to be able to sleep, so do you mind if I join you?
Well, we're not playing for tiddlywinks, you know.
Got any money?
Sure, I got money.
Oh, well, now, in that case, maybe we could let you play with us. What do you say, fellas?
Sure. The merrier.
Thank you.
Little fresh.
Mr. Mooney?
Yeah?
Mr. Mooney, would you unzip me?
What?
Would you unzip me out of here? I'm stuck. I can't get out of it.
Oh. Oh, what a temptation. The river is so close, and you're already gift wrapped.
Oh, now, come on, Mr. Mooney.
Oh, all right. There.
You got it?
There, that.
Gosh. Oh.
Yeah. Now then, I won the deal.
Now, how do you play poker? Yeah, boy, this sure beats sleeping the night away, I'll tell you. Thanks for letting me in the game. I never knew poker could be so much fun. Did you?
Mrs. Carmichael, the bet is 7 chips. Do you call me or not?
Oh, yes. Yes, I will call you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, good children, go to heaven.
I have 3 kings.
Well, so you have. And aren't they pretty?
Well, what have you got?
Oh, well, I have a 1 and a 9 and a queen and a 5 and a 2. And what a coincidence, they're all hearts.
Well, if they're all hearts, you've got a flush.
You mean I win again? Oh, how about that? Boy, this must be beginner's luck. Either that or I'm just a born poker player. That's all I can think of. Of course, the girls at the bridge club the other day, they said that they had never...
Will you please shut up and deal?
Sure, but I don't know why we can't have a little pleasant conversation here, for heaven's sake. This is just a fun game, isn't it? There we go. We gotta give him a good shuffle. Oops, oh dear. Sometimes I do it and sometimes I don't.
Where's your auntie?
Oh, she lives in Milwaukee with my There we go again. So it's the best way to shuffle if you do it every time. It does take a little...
Put your auntie in.
Oh, thank you
All
very
right.
much. Auntie, put your auntie in. Here we go there. Now, I got a fairly good one. You know, thinking of tricks. Audrey Simmons, who was in our bridge club, she showed me a trick. Now, I want you to... What are you trying to do, scare me to death?
What are you doing? Trying to shovel the spots off those things? Here, I'll deal myself. Oh, women in the game. Did you cut those?
Whiz, Mr.
All right.
Mooney.
I'll ante double as we have to do. Women.
20. Let me give everybody 5 now.
Give everybody 5 now.
3, 4. That's right. 4. 2 cards over. That's right. There we go. Four. Well, what?
Do you open or pass?
Oh, is it up to me? Oh, well, I'll open for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I call.
I'm in.
I'll call.
I pass.
Yeah. I'll call. All right. I don't like to be nosy. But how many cards would you like?
Oh, well, let's see now. I think maybe I can take 2. Or maybe better make it 3. Better make it. Oh, I don't want to be a hog. Just give me 1.
3.
Wilson?
Make it 3.
I passed.
You're out.
Yes, he's out.
The dealer will take 1.
Oh, just like me.
Yes. I don't want to be a hog either. Such
pretty colors. I like to put all the colors together.
Well?
Oh, check.
Opener checks. I'll bet 5.
Too much for me. I'm out.
I'll stay.
Oh, you're out.
Yes, he's out.
There, you're 5, and I will raise 10.
Well, look at all the pretty chips in here.
Yes, the more chips, the sweeter the pot.
Oh, yeah, well, in that case, then, I will see your 5, and I will see the 10 you raised.
Huh.
And I will raise 15 more.
She checks and raises.
Yeah.
Well, a full house is 3 of a kind and a pair, isn't it?
Oh,
You mean I win again, for heaven's sake?
how high was your full house?
So I didn't have a full house, I was just asking.
You ever see anything like that?
Well, I just wired my wife for more money. What's going on? What's all the thinking about?
I was just wondering. Do you suppose we could take Mrs. Carmichael and lose her in the forest without a compass? Or maybe shove her off in a canoe without a paddle?
Nah, she'd find her way back just in time for the poker game tonight.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
What?
Maybe we could... Oh, no, that's against the law.
Up, 2, 3, 4, 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 company, halt, 1, 2, right, face, close, right. Here are your lunches. There you are. Whoops. There we are. All right, now, eyes closed, heads up.
Mrs. Carmichael, what in the world is that?
Mosquito spray. You should have some of it. All right, fellas, let's go. Left face, forward, march. Up, 2, 3, 4. Up, 2, 3, 4. See you, Mr. Mooney.
How can she take it? I thought she would have cracked up a long time ago.
There must be some way to get rid of that woman.
Hey, fellas, we're gonna have a guest.
A guest?
Yeah. Saw old Brownie coming up the trail towards us. Looks like he's gonna pay us his annual visit.
Brownie the bear. The solution to our problem.
What problem?
The problem of getting rid of Mrs. Carmichael.
Oh.
Now look, when we see the bear, we will panic. We'll scream, "Killer on the loose! Help! Run for your life!" Now, when she hears that, she'll be scared out of her wits. She will start running. She won't stop till she gets all the way home.
No, wait a minute. What do you mean, killer on the loose? You know that bear's as tame as a kitten.
You know that, and I know that, but Mrs. Carmichael doesn't know it.
Now, wait, just a minute. I don't know. It might be a little too rough on her. You know, after all, she's only a woman.
To get rid of that woman, nothing is too rough. Now, we all know what we're going to do.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to check just a second. Aha, there's old Brownie's on the trail there. You'll be here in a minute. All right, fellas. Now remember, yell loud so she will hear us. Ready? Okay. Tell There's a killer on the loose!
What?
Martin, you're lying!
Wait a minute. What are we running from? What? What? It's a bear!
Calm down. Take it easy.
What do you mean, take it easy? That's a wild bear!
No, I have to tell you, Mrs. Carmichael. He's not wild, he's tame.
What do you mean he's tame?
Well, he's tame. An old trapper has him as a pet. His name is Brownie. He's as tame as a kitten.
He's a pet?
Yes, he does tricks and things.
He does tricks and things?
He comes to visit us once a year, and we feed him. Look, they're just playing a little joke on us.
Who's playing a joke?
The guys over there playing a joke.
Oh, some joke. How corny can they get? Well, their little joke's gonna backfire on them. I'll just go out there and show them a thing or two. He's tame as a kitten, huh?
Yeah, tame as a kitten.
You're sure?
Sure, positive. I know him.
Hi there. Pull there, Smokey. I got some jelly beans. You want some jelly beans? Oh, well, how about that? He's a very patriotic fella, yeah. Well, nice to see you. Hey, you want to dance? Oh, you gotta sit down, huh? You want a little jelly bean? Well, sit up here and tell me about it. Well, come on. Sit back and tell me about it. That's a fella. I got a little jelly bean for you. Yeah. How about a smile? How about a smile? Oh, very nice. You ought to see your dentist at least twice a year. Oh, what's the matter, honey? You got a little indigestion? What? Howdy-doody. I mean, this is for the boys. I can't give it all to you.
Mrs. Carmichael,
Oh, hello, Mr. Mooney. How are you?
if you value your life, run!
Oh, come on. The joke's over, bud.
That isn't Brownie the tame bear.
Come on. I know it's
Mrs.
Brownie.
Carmichael, believe me.
There's Brownie the tame bear.
There's Brownie. Mrs. Carmichael, that's right, that's
Mrs. Carmichael, he's right. Brownie's up there. That's a real wild bear.
What? Now you tell me. He's a nice little fella. You don't like redhead. I'm not really a redhead. I'm like you. I'm one of you. We got along pretty well there for a while.
You're
Remember
doing very
me?
well.
I'm a very nice friend of yours.
I think...
I was giving you jelly beans and things.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, I think you've tamed him, Mrs. Carmichael.
yeah.
I think. Say that. You know
Yeah.
that's wonderful. I've got to hand it to you.
Yeah, good.
That took a lot of courage.
Yeah.
Say, fellas, let's show her what we really
Right.
think about.
Let's
Are you
go.
ready?
Ah,
Are you
we're ready.
All right. A one, a two.
Ah!
She's a Monica Bell. She's a Monica Bell. She's a Monica Bell.
What's the matter, Lucy?
Viv, have you noticed how every year the printing in books gets smaller?
Why don't you get yourself a pair of glasses?
Vivian, I don't need glasses. I've told you that 50 times.
Okay. Let me see you read that book.
Cookbook.
I have perfect vision, Viv.
Let me see you read one of the recipes.
All right, Vivian. Chicken fricassee. Take one large stewing hen and cut it in several parts and put it in a quart of water, bring to a boil, and season
Nice try, girl, but your chicken fricassee is gonna taste just like apple strudel.
All right, you're so smart. You got the book. Now read me the recipe for chocolate fudge cake.
Why?
Because tomorrow Mrs. Mooney is having her charity cake sale, and we always donate a cake, remember?
Lucy, why are you so stubborn?
About what?
Millions of us women wear glasses, and we look marvelous in them.
Well, I know, but I just don't have the face for glasses.
Now, if you're so worried about your looks, why don't you get a pair of contact lenses?
Oh, they're too expensive. I can't afford them. $200.
Oh, you don't have to pay for them all at once. I was just reading Dr. Kaufman's ad here in the paper. I was looking at it. Here, look at... Oh, I forgot. You can't read.
I can read the big print, for heaven's sake. Contact lenses. No money down, 52 weeks to pay. Wear them before you buy. Free trial offer.
See? That's only $4 a week. And if you don't like them, you can bring them back.
Uh-oh. I knew there was a catch to it. You have to have your credit approved.
Oh, now, surely Dr. Kaufman would trust you for a measly $4 a week.
Apparently, you have forgotten my credit rating. Do you know that before the newsboy will throw a paper on our front porch, I have to go out and throw him a nickel? I'm more in debt than the United States Treasury.
Dear.
Oh, hello.
Good evening, Miss Carmichael.
Hello
Here, Miss Bagley.
Well, there's Nelson. Hello, Nelson, there, boy. Are you taking Mr. Mooney for his evening constitutional?
Yes, is this a social call, or did you two just drop in to growl?
Irma asked me to drop by and pick up your cake for the cake sale tomorrow.
Oh, well, I haven't baked the cake yet. I'm going to make it tomorrow morning.
Oh, well, fine. Will you send it over tomorrow?
Yes, we'll see that it gets to the bank.
Good. Come on, Nelson. Good night. Come on.
Oh, Mr. Mooney, would you stay for a few moments? I'd like to talk to you about something.
Well, I can stay for a few moments, but Nelson can't. If he's away from Irma too long, she gets lonesome. Nelson, come on now. You go on home. You can let yourself in.
Well, now, don't tell me Nelson has his own key.
No, he rings the doorbell just like any other dog. Now, if you must know, Nelson has his own private entrance. Mrs. Mooney paid $50 to have a dog door put in our kitchen.
Oh.
I must say that's more than she's ever spent on me.
Speaking of money, Mr. Mooney, that's sort of what I wanted to talk to you about.
Nelson, wait for me.
No, wait a minute. I'm not going to ask you to give me any money. I just want you to guarantee my credit.
Oh, I'd be glad to. As your banker, I can guarantee your credit couldn't be worse.
Oh, you only have to guarantee $4 a week.
Yes, and it's just for 52 weeks.
That's over $200. What do you intend buying, a yacht?
Now, Mr. Mooney, she just wants to get a pair of those contact lenses.
Yes.
Mrs. Carmichael, if you need glasses, buy glasses. They don't cost so much.
I know, but I just don't have the face for glasses.
If glasses were good enough for Benjamin Franklin, they're good enough for you.
I want them for reading, not flying a kite.
No contact lenses. Suppose you don't like them. That's $200 down the drain.
Oh, but Dr. Kaufman says that I can have a free trial offer.
Suppose you broke them. That's $200 down the drain.
Oh, Mr. Moon.
What if you lost them? $200 down the drain.
Oh, isn't that drain stuffed up yet? All right, wait a minute. I'll make a deal with you. If anything happens, you can take it out of my allowance for the next 6 months.
Well, it's against my better judgment, but all right, I'll go and see Dr.
Dr. Kaufman.
Yes, I'll call him in the morning and vouch for your credit.
Oh, thank you so much.
Hello there, Nelson. What are you doing here?
Nelson, why did you come back? Oh, he has a note for me.
He brings you notes?
Oh, yes. Irma keeps in touch. Oh, she wants me to hurry home and drive her to the wrestling matches.
Oh, is Irma a wrestling fan?
No, she's a wrestler. Come on, out you go. Come on. Oh.
Kaufman have to say?
Chocolate fudge cake, 2 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 and 1/2 cups of sugar, 4 teaspoons
You're
of
wearing
cocoa.
them.
You can't even tell, can you?
Not without my glasses.
Beautiful. Dr. Kaufman says that I have the most marvelous blink reflexes and perfect eyeballs. Oh, isn't that romantic? And best of all, you know, they're so comfortable, you don't even know you have them on.
For heaven's sake.
Oh, you baked the cake.
I thought I might as well go ahead and bake it while you were down at the doctor's.
Well, let me finish icing it. I ought to do something. I'm the one that's donating it.
Yes, you should.
Where are the boys?
Arnold Mooney's over here, and they're all upstairs playing.
Oh, good. Then we'll get them to take it over to the bank for us.
Ho, ho, ho. Fat chance.
Well, you just don't know how to handle our boys.
All right, you get them to come down.
All righty. Boys, come down here, please.
We can't. We're busy.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought maybe you'd like to lick the bowl. We just made a cake, but that's all right. If you're too...
I thought you said we could lick the bowl.
You can after you take this cake down to the bank.
Hey, this is Saturday. The bank is closed.
Oh, no, Mrs. Mooney's going to have her cake sale there today.
Yep.
Nice try, Sherm.
Now get going and be very careful, Sherman. And be sure to tell him that it's from us, huh?
Okay,
Bye-bye.
Bye. I gotta hand it to you, girl. You're the Dr. Spock of Danfield.
Come on, let's play some gin rummy, huh?
All righty.
Thought you were on a diet.
Now, Lucy, I've lost 3 pounds this week.
You didn't lose them, you just misplaced them. Look behind you.
Maybe I can win back some of that $400,000 I owe you.
Oh, now I can finally see what this magazine is all about.
Yes,
Oh, that's what that picture was, huh? It's your deal. That's funny, Viv. I can read better with my left eye than I can my right.
Maybe your left eye has a better education.
No wonder the lens has dropped out.
No.
Dropped out?
Oh.
Oh, my gosh,
Oh, now
Viv.
don't get panicky, honey.
Oh,
don't
where
get
is it?
panicky. Now, Lucy.
Oh,
let's
Viv,
see
I
now.
can't lose
Now,
that.
when you first came home from the doctor, you came right to the kitchen and you were able to read that recipe.
Yeah.
So you dropped it between the kitchen and here.
All right, you look at the kitchen, I'll look in here.
Okay.
Oh, I can't lose that.
No.
I can't. Ah, Viv, don't walk. Don't walk, you're liable to break it. Crawl to the kitchen.
Crawl to the kitchen.
Yes, and look every place. Feel your way.
Yeah.
Oh, Viv, I can't lose that out. Oh, it cost a fortune. Mr. Mooney's going to kill me. Oh, dear. How could it have dropped out and I not know it? Oh, for heaven's sake.
Lucy?
Yeah, you found it?
No, but I want to know what it looks like in case I do.
Oh, well, it's a little smaller than a dime, and it looks like glass, and you can see through it. It's kind of like a tiddly, only it doesn't wink.
Lucy, guess what I found under the stove?
My lens.
No, a Chinese fortune cookie.
Oh, that's just peachy.
Oh, boy, it says I'm going to meet a very rich, handsome man.
Oh, Viv! Come here.
Yeah?
You know what? It must have fallen into the icing. I must have iced the cake with it.
Oh, my.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear. Where are you going?
I'm going down to the bank and buy back my cake.
Yeah. Lucy,
What?
can I get up now?
Yes, you can get up. Viv! Oh, Viv! Viv, open
I'm
the
coming,
door.
I'm coming. Good heavens, what's the matter?
Let me
What are you doing with all those cakes?
Can I help it if 15 other women decided to make chocolate fudge cake?
Well, for heaven's sake, why did you buy them all?
Because they all looked alike. That's why I had to buy them all.
Now, you might drop them.
Well, for heaven's sake, don't stand there and give me instructions. Help me.
Oh, let me take off some of
Oh,
them?
please, Vivian, they're heavy. Hurry up.
I'll get them for you. I'll get these on the top, and then you
Hurry
throw
up,
them to the
Viv.
bottom. Ready? Oh,
You got 'em?
boy, that's heavy, girl.
Yeah, and put them down as quick as you can and take these off my fingers. My fingers are killing me. Oh,
Here, I'll get 'em.
15 cakes.
Oh,
Oh, be
boy.
careful.
There, is that better?
Yeah.
Golly, those are...
Oh.
There, now
Woo.
what?
Come on now. We gotta find that lens.
Yeah?
We gotta go through every one of these cakes. We gotta go through every bit of icing. Now come on, Viv, don't waste a minute. Take
All
the cake.
the icing on
all
every
the
cake?
icing. Yes, we have got to. See, they all look alike. I don't know which is my cake. Now be very careful. Remember, it's a very tiny piece of glass. Now come on, Viv, get at it.
All right.
Not gonna hurt you to get messed up a little, you know.
All right. Oh, great heavens.
Now be
Boy.
very careful. It's hard to find.
Yeah. Boy, I hope we find it soon. If I have to feel my way through 15 fudge cakes, I'm going to have awful fat fingers.
Vivian, don't lick your fingers. You're liable to swallow it.
So what? How many calories can a contact lens have?
Safe.
Not in this one either, girl.
Oh, dear. Well, we gotta start all over again.
Oh, come on now, Lucy. My hands are already too fudge-sickles.
Vivian, the lens must be in here someplace. I gotta find it. Now let's try once more.
Oh, right.
Now come on. I got it. I got it. My leg. I got it. I got it. Fingernail.
Yeah, I see that.
You, Mrs. Carmichael.
Don't say anything. Maybe he'll go away.
You.
If he knows I lost the lens, he'll kill me. He will absolutely kill me.
How'd the cake sale go?
Yeah.
Oh, it's all over, yes. We sold out in 2 hours. Thanks mostly to you, Mrs. Carmichael.
Oh, well, think nothing of it. I'm always glad to do my bit for charity.
Forgive me for asking, but why did you buy 15 chocolate fudge cakes?
Oh, well, you know Viv, she eats like a horse.
Just one more question. Why did you mess up the 15 cakes?
Cakes? Mess up what cakes?
The cakes you're hiding there on the table.
Oh, these cakes.
Yeah. Why did you mess them up?
You know something? You know what we were going to do? We were going to make those 15 cakes into one great big cake. Yes, you see?
One great big
Yes,
cake.
one great big beautiful cake. You see, Viv's birthday's coming up, and we have to have a great big cake to accommodate all those candles. That's what we were doing.
Well, while we're on the subject of birthdays, that's why I came by. Irma's having a few friends drop in tomorrow to help her celebrate hers, and she would like both of you to come.
Oh, how nice. I didn't know it was Irma's birthday.
Oh, yes. And by a strange coincidence, it's also Nelson's birthday.
Oh, well, tell Irma we'd be delighted to be there tomorrow.
Good. I hope you don't mind eating your own cake.
Oh, how's that?
Oh, Irma thinks you're the best baker in town. So when your cake came in, I put it aside for the occasion. Good night, ladies.
Oh, Mr. Mooney. Wait a minute, Mr. Mooney. You know, Hofstadter's Bakery makes a
much better cake than I do. Well, why don't you leave this cake here and let me make you another cake tomorrow, huh? It'll be my treat.
No. Irma wants this one, so I'll take this one back.
Well, look, I got that one all botched up. Please leave it here. And I promise I'll bake another one tomorrow much better, huh?
No. Irma wants this one, and whatever Irma wants, Irma gets. But there is one little thing you could do for me.
What's that?
Get your sticky fingers off my suit!
Wouldn't you know he'd get my cake? We gotta get that cake back, Viv.
You have got to get that cake back.
What do you mean?
We who are old and eat like a horse are retiring to pasture.
No time to get sensitive, for heaven's sake.
Can you tell me a better time?
All right, I'm sorry.
Well, that's better.
All right, good. Now let's clean up this mess. I gotta bake another cake.
You got to bake another cake?
Yes, I have. I gotta bake another cake, and I've gotta go over there to Mooney's tonight while they're asleep and switch cakes.
Oh,
That's what I've got to
you're
do.
gonna How are you going to get in?
Oh.
Call up Mr. Mooney and tell him to leave the key under the doormat?
Oh, don't worry about getting in. Who locks their doors in this town?
Well, you won't need me. You can go by yourself.
What do you mean I won't need you?
What for?
Well, for an emergency.
What kind of an emergency?
Well, now, look, now, if I get into Mr. Mooney's tonight, and he hears me, and he comes down and finds me in the kitchen, and then Irma comes down and finds us together, you know, she could get pretty jealous. But if she comes down and finds you and Mr. Mooney together, she'd realize there wouldn't be anything to be jealous of. Oh, Viv, I'm stuck. Huh? Give me a push, I'm stuck. Oh, did you have to shove me that hard?
Well, I thought it'd help if I got a running start.
Oh, for God's sake. Get the cake.
Oh, the cake.
Hurry up. Here it comes. Okay.
Nobody ever locks their doors.
Shh. Lucy. What? Lucy, I'm stuck. You can squeeze through. Pretend it's a girdle. Lucy, I'm really stuck. Exhale all the air in your lungs.
That's not the part that's stuck. Come on, help me now. I helped you. You got stuck too, you know.
Okay, come on. Oh, that's it.
You think he's got enough locks on those doors, girl?
Come on now. We just gotta find my cake.
Okay.
And I think it's in the pantry. Okay. Come on. And there it is.
Switch him quick, Lucy. Let's get out of here.
Okay. Be careful now. Be careful.
Come on, I'm scared.
Okay. Nelson,
It ain't the Beatles giving a concert.
Oh, now, Nelson, there's nobody here in the living room. The kitchen? Well, I'll take a look. Now, you see, Nelson, all for nothing. Told you there was nobody here. Now, Nelson, look, sit. I want to talk to you. One more false alarm, and you are going to sleep in the doghouse. On second thought, I'll sleep in the doghouse. You can sleep with Irma. Hungry? All right, I'll get you a dog biscuit. Let's see, where does Irma keep those dog biscuits? Sit. I know there are dog biscuits around here. She gave me some for dinner tonight. Nelson, do you know where she keeps them? Yeah, here they are. All right, there. Well, why did you bring me in here if you don't like it? What are you trying to do?
I'm sorry about your face, Viv.
Oh, it's entirely my fault. My face shouldn't have been where it was, on the front of my head.
Viv, your nose.
My nose. What's the matter with my nose? My nose.
Oh, still.
What's the matter with my nose?
My lens. It's right on
Your
the
lens
end of
is
it.
on my nose?
Keep your head down so I can get it.
I found it. I found it.
Now, if you want to go for a walk, Nelson, go by yourself. Good night.
Oh, thank goodness. Now we can get this messy cake home. Mr. Mooney will never know the difference, and I've got my lens. Come on. Go on, I'll give you a push. Okay?
Oh, Lucy. Here, let me get the cake.
You frightened us.
Well, I intended to. Would you two women kindly explain what you're doing, prowling around in my kitchen?
Well, Mr. Mooney, you see, Lucy was going to ice this cake.
Yes. I got to thinking that tomorrow, being Irma's birthday and Nelson's birthday, I decided that probably Irma would be getting all the attention, and that Nelson would feel very rejected. Yes. So we baked him his own special cake. Yes, and he sure seems to be enjoying it.
That's right. That's it. Good night, Mr. Mooney.
Yeah, good night.
That was it. Good night. Good night, Nelson. Good night.
Now, look, Nelson, are you all right?
Yeah? I'm stuck. Give me a push.
Okay.
Allow me.
Mooney, no, Mr. Mooney. Happy birthday, Nelson. Well, I'm so sorry you ladies have to leave. But please believe me, if there's ever anything that Mrs. Bagley and I can do for the Danfield Art Society, we are certainly at your service.
Thank you, Mrs. Carmichael, for a lovely luncheon.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
The most enjoyable luncheon.
Was it really? Thank you.
I can't remember enjoying a luncheon more.
Oh, thank you.
I enjoyed every minute.
Did you really? Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. And I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Oh, they didn't enjoy it at all. I bet they thought it was a lousy luncheon.
Oh, come on now, Lucy. We did the very best we could. I'm sure we made a good impression on them.
Well, I certainly hope so, because if we ever expect to become members of that art society, they are the women that have the final say.
Oh, if we don't get to be members, it won't be a big tragedy.
Well, Viv, this is the best club in town.
I am not going to knock myself out to try to get to be a member of a club composed entirely of women. Now then, if we were trying to get into the YMCA, that'd be something different.
Oh, Viv. Well, I don't see how they couldn't have liked the luncheon after all the trouble we went to. And even if they didn't like it, they certainly realize how hard we work to please them.
Oh, they'd never realize how hard we work. You know, every one of those 4 women has a full-time maid.
That's right. Oh, boy, what a way to live. You know, I've always thought that was the greatest luxury a woman could have, a full-time maid.
I'd rather have a full-time maid than a full-time husband.
Hey, you know something, Viv? Those women have such prominent backgrounds.
Yeah, and they all get a chance to sit on them.
Hey, do you know something?
What?
We could have a maid if we cut down on our expenses.
Yeah, we could give up the luxuries like bread.
No, Viv. No, I mean it. And not only would we impress the women from the Art Society, but we'd be able to save money, too.
Save money? Now, how do you get that?
Well, if we had a maid, we wouldn't have to get up in the morning, right?
Yeah.
Now, we could sleep right through breakfast. That'd be a saving right there. And if we really wanted to save, we could sleep right through lunch.
Well, I'd have to sleep right through lunch, because if I didn't get breakfast, I'd be too weak to get out of bed.
Figure out how much we save by doing that. Oh, and another thing. If we didn't go to the movies, we'd save right there, and we'd save money on all the popcorn and candy and junk that you eat there. Let's see, now, that would be $4, about $3 for all of that stuff. 13, that's $15 we save right there.
Well, that certainly isn't enough to hire a maid.
No. Well, let's see now. Where can we get some more money? Come in.
Oh, greetings, ladies.
Hi, Mr. Mooney.
I just dropped by with your trust fund report.
Mr. Mooney, just before you came in, I said to myself, Lucy, wouldn't this be an opportune time for Mr. Mooney to drop by?
Mrs. Carmichael, for what foolish reason do you want money now?
She wants to hire a maid.
Oh, you have such a sense of humor. Oh.
Now, what did you want the money for?
She just told you, for a maid.
That is the most ridiculous, extravagant idea you have ever come up with.
Mr. Mooney, having a maid is not an extravagance. It is a necessity when we entertain.
My dear Mrs. Carmichael, my wife entertains a great deal because I am the president of the bank. She very often gives dinners for 20 or 30 people, but she wouldn't dream of asking me for a maid.
Well, who does the cooking? Who washes the dishes?
I do. A maid! A maid! You want them?
Well, goodbye, Mr. Mooney. Goodbye, maid. Goodbye, Art Society.
Oh, no, I'm not giving up that easily. We've got a $15 start. Look in the want ads and see how much a maid costs.
Oh, all right. Here's one. Experienced maid, capable housekeeper and cook, excellent references, formerly employed by a state senator.
State senator?
Yeah, state senator. Salary, $40 a week.
Oh, no.
Well, now that was fun. What do we play now?
Dear. Here's one. Experienced maid, single, refined, well-educated, nice appearance, hard worker, good cook, excellent references, own transportation, salary $25 a week.
Let me see that.
Right there.
That's help wanted, not job wanted. Somebody wants to hire all of that for $25 a week.
Oh. $25, that's it.
That's what?
Well, we've got a $15 start. Now, if I took that job for $25, we could hire the $40 maid for ourselves.
You're going to stand there and tell me that you would go out and work as a maid in order to have a maid?
Yes. Certainly. A lot of women who have maids go to business, and it's none of my maid's business what business I'm in.
Now, what about your background? Have you ever been employed by prominent, well-known people?
Oh, yes, ma'am. My last employer was Miss Bagley, Vivian Bagley.
Vivian Bagley?
The Vivian Bagley.
I never heard of such a name. I assume she's to be found in the social register.
Well, I know she signed up, but I don't think she'll get a Social Security until she's 62.
I'm referring to her cultural background.
Oh, well, I think you'll be able to tell by her letter of recommendation how cultured she is.
No, you may read it.
Oh, yes, ma'am. To whom it may concern, dear whom?
Dear what?
No, whom? What would be incorrect? Yes, ma'am. I hereby certify that Miss Carmichael is an excellent maid. She is also a person of excellent character, besides being an excellent worker and an excellent cook. I am sure that the to whom that this letter may concern will enjoy her excellency. Yours truly, Vivian Bagley.
Sounds commendable.
Yeah, doesn't it? P.S. Miss Carmichael is not only a wonderful employee, but she is a joy to have around, with her ready smile and the ring of her girlish laughter. I'm sure that if the dustpan and the broom could speak, they too would say...
That's enough. You can consider yourself employed.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Stop dancing on my time.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what did you say your name was?
Well, my name is Lucille, but my friends call me Lucy.
Oh, then I shall call you Hilda.
Hilda?
Yes. Hilda was with me for 12 years, and it's easier for you to get used to Hilda than for me to remember Lucille.
Oh, yes, I understand. It's like they say, you can't teach an old... I love the name Hilda. I don't know why anybody ever called me Lucy anyway.
Come over here and I'll show you where we keep our maintenance supplies.
Yes,
I had Hilda before she left to get in enough for the week.
Uh-oh. All that for 1 week?
Yes. Now, down there is the wax for the silver polish, etc. Now, on here are jars of naphtha.
Naphtha?
For dry cleaning the drapes.
Oh.
And, oh dear, I don't know what she keeps in those bottles.
Maybe it's plasma. It's sort of the same color and everything.
And we can do without the ring of your girlish laughter. Now, for a start, you can fix me a little breakfast.
Oh, all right, ma'am. What would you like?
Now, let me see. All I want is a small... minute steak.
Yes, ma'am. I'm very good at steaks. Where do you keep the steaks?
Right in there.
Yes, ma'am. 1 minute steak coming right up. All right, Ferdinand, hop in. Oh, listen.
Yeah?
Take these out to the trash can for me, will you?
Our detective stories?
I don't want a maid who worked for a senator to know that we just read Mickey Spillane. Now, I brought the kids' encyclopedias down here, and I thought it would be nice if we left one open on the table. Oh, Viv, here she is. Viv.
Huh?
Viv, she's here. Put that away. Put this away, too. Throw it in there. Viv, do I look all right?
Oh, you look fine.
Are you sure? Straighten that table. Just a minute there. That's gonna keep it from...
I have an appointment for an interview.
Yes, won't you come in, please?
Carmichael?
Oh, no, I'm Mrs. Carmichael, but you can call me Lucy. This is Mrs. Bagley. You may call her Viv.
And I'm Miss Putnam, and you can call me Miss Putnam.
Well, won't you sit down, Miss Putnam? Won't you sit down over here where we read the encyclopedia quite a bit?
Well, can we get on with the interview?
Oh, well, now that I've seen you, Miss Putnam, I don't really think an interview is necessary.
I always insist on an interview.
Oh, well, in that case...
The first thing I'd like to know, is there a television set in the kitchen?
Well, there can be.
As soon as we carry it in from the living room.
Color? Well, it's sort of a light beige walnut. I don't think the children will mind watching it out there, do you?
Children?
Yes, 2 boys and a girl, but they're in school most of the day.
As a matter of fact, the boys are in school after school.
That's right. The girl is no trouble at all. You know how neat and orderly girls are.
I know they name hurricanes after them.
Well, now, believe me, Miss Putnam, our children will be no problem. When they get through playing with their toys, those toys are put away. And when they take off their clothes, those clothes are hung up.
How do you manage that?
I pick up after them.
Well, a family of 5 sounds like an awful lot of cooking.
Well, Viv and I won't be eating breakfast.
Oh, no, I'll say we won't.
And all the kids have is a little bowl of cereal and a small glass of milk.
How about lunch?
Oh, the kids get their lunch at school.
I meant my lunch.
Oh, well, I'll be glad to fix it for you. We always have something in the refrigerator.
Leftovers?
No, you can have beforehands.
Beforehands?
Yeah. Whatever we're going to have for dinner, you can have first crack at for lunch.
Oh, well, that's fine. I'll be here tomorrow about lunchtime.
Lunchtime?
Yes, by the time I pack and take care of my business at the bank and keep my beauty shop appointment, it'll be about noon.
Oh, well, noon will be fine. Miss Putnam, I can't tell you how happy I am to be getting someone like you.
I know.
You can get up off your knees now.
Oh, Viv, I just wanted to make a good impression.
Well, I think you made a good impression. Oh, by the way, what good hot beforehand do you intend to serve her for lunch tomorrow?
How about you making one of your delicious steak and kidney pies?
Now, Lucy, you know we haven't had any steak in this house for 2 months, and I'm sure we're fresh out of kidneys. Besides, I have an appointment with the dentist tomorrow noon.
Oh, darn it. Well, now, wait a minute. I know what I'll do. I'll rush out on my lunch hour and bring Miss Putnam a hot lunch from the delicatessen. How about that?
Do you mean to tell me that you're going to leave here at 6 o'clock in the morning and go and work for Miss Van Vleck and then take off on your lunch hour and go and buy a good hot lunch for a maid that's not going to show up here till noon?
Yes, I'll do that if it'll help us keep a maid.
Well, I'll tell you what you do. Be smart enough to get enough food for 2 so you can eat with her.
Eat with Miss Putnam?
Yes.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to do that.
Why not?
Oh, I don't think she'd let me. Hello, Miss Putnam.
Oh, hello.
Here's your lunch. Nice hot chicken.
Broiled?
Roasted.
Oh, well, that'll do.
Oh, good. Did I get any calls?
Yes, there were a few, but every time I said, I'm Mrs. Carmichael's maid, they said, sorry, wrong number, and hung up.
Oh. Pardon me, Miss Putnam. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Excuse me. Miss Putnam.
Yes?
Your lunch is served.
Would you keep it warm till I finish the dress?
Oh, well, I'll be glad to finish it for you. It's a shame to let this get cold.
Oh, thank you.
There we are. Hello? Miss Putnam? Oh, well, will you please give me your name and, in case she wants to call you back? Gladys Wentworth?
Oh, I'll take that.
Oh, Miss Putnam will take it.
Hello, Gladys? Huh? Oh, that's the lady I work for.
Good morning. Viv, what are you doing here?
I live here, remember?
What about your dentist appointment?
Oh, I canceled that. I decided to just enjoy myself.
What? It's gone down 3 points? Oh, my broker. I'll take it in the living room. That's private.
Hey, Viv, I'm awful glad that you're well rested.
Why?
Well, because you've got to help me tonight.
Help you?
Yes, Mrs. Van Vleck is having a dinner party, and I'm too exhausted to handle it myself.
Why don't you take Princess Grace with you?
And have her find out that I'm working as a maid? I should say not. Now, you've got to help me.
I don't got to do anything. You're the one who wanted the maid.
But you're the one that's been enjoying her.
Lucille, you made your bed. Now you'll just have to lie in it.
Now, listen, it's a king-size bed, and you're going to get in there with me. Now, come on, Viv. Now, come on, you've got to help.
Oh, all right, all right.
How you coming with the antipasto, Viv?
It's almost ready.
Ooh, your consomme is great. I'll never forget you for this.
I'll never forget you for this either, girl.
Oh, now, Viv, I never would have been able to prepare all this stuff that Mrs. Van Vleck wanted if you hadn't helped me. Antipasto, shish kebab. Hey, do you know something? We've got practically an international dinner here. Where did you ever learn so much about cooking?
I was married to a glutton.
Hilda!
Oh, I'm sorry. I still keep thinking I'm Lucy. This is my friend, Mrs. Van Vleck, who's helping me.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Now, is everything about ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, good, because my guests have already arrived.
Oh.
And I do so want this dinner to be a success. You know, these are the ladies from the Danfield Arts Society.
Yes, ma'am. Vivian, what are we going to do?
I don't know about you, but I'm breaking out of here.
Oh, no, Viv. Viv, I need you here.
Now, listen, if they see us serving their dinner, they'll never let us in that society.
Viv, I've got to keep this job. Now, please, you've got to help me.
Oh, come on now.
Now, wait a minute. Let me think. I think I've got an idea.
Oh, don't have another idea.
No,
don't
please.
have another idea.
Now, listen, maybe we can disguise ourselves in some way.
What do we do, hide under the antipasto?
No, listen. Now, this is sort of an international dinner. Maybe we could disguise ourselves to represent the country that each course comes from.
That's the craziest thing you've ever thought of.
No, it isn't, Viv. Now, listen. Now, look. I put on my babushka. I put on my shawl. And I'll get right in there with this. And serve the borscht.
That isn't borscht, that's consommé.
Now, borscht. Wish me luck.
Da. Da, da.
Da, 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 da. 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 La, 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 la. How did it go? I'm not sure.
Hilda!
Ah, what? Oh, I'm sorry.
What's the meaning of this?
Well, you see, Mrs. Van Vleck, you are entertaining the Art Society, and everyone knows that art is international.
Well, what's that got to do with it?
Well, we thought we'd sort of give the whole dinner an international flavor.
Yes, we thought if we created the atmosphere of each country, it would be more interesting, you know?
Oh, how clever. Oh, what a very clever idea.
I'm glad you like it.
Oh, Hilda, you forgot to bring in the bread.
Oh, the bread, yes, ma'am. In a minute, ma'am. French bread.
French bread.
French bread.
French.
French. All right, now listen.
Yeah?
Give me that black pillow back there.
The black pillow?
Yeah. And give me a pair of scissors.
A pair of toot sweet.
And listen, what is the next course?
Let's see.
Antipasto.
Antipasto.
All right, you get an Italian chef's outfit on.
Where am I going to get an Italian chef's outfit?
Right in there. There's all kinds of uniforms in that closet in there.
How I disguise my face?
Here. Make yourself a mustache. Right here. Come on, hurry up.
Oh, now, Now, where's that girl with the bread?
Frère Jacques, dormez-vous, dormez-vous, la 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 la.
It's my maid's own idea. You know, a Russian costume for the borscht and French for the French bread.
How terribly clever your servants are.
Oh, and they're so capable in the kitchen. Wait till you see the wonderful tray of antipasto they prepared.
Oh, salami, oh, salami, oh, the food is here, oh, pasta fazoula, oh, so, what's the matter with you, lady?
You forgot the wine.
Oh, the wine she's a be along and a one them in moto. Oh, salami, oh, so. In a little Spanish town, 'twas on a night like this. La da dee da 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 da. I love a buddy da 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 dee da da dee do. Da dee da da dee da dee da da dee do.
This is the most interesting way to serve a dinner.
And I can't wait to see how they serve the shish kebab. You know,
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride one horse. Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Oh, Mrs. Carmichael.
and Mrs. Bagley.
Oh, how clever of you to arrange all this to surprise our art room.
Yes, wasn't it? I'm so glad we decided to have you for members.
You mean we're members?
You mean that we're members
We're
here? You
accepted?
decided to have us members?
Oh, what can we do to help?
Ladies, relax. We love your enthusiasm, but we don't want to rush you.
Russia. La 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 la.
Mom,
Yeah.
I was watching the man up on the telephone pole, and now I can't get my head back straight. I'm stuck like this forever.
Oh. Well, it'll make it easier to gargle.
Really, Mom? I'll spend the rest of my life like this.
Uh-huh. There's a dime on the floor. You can have it if you can find it.
Where?
Hey, your neck got better.
Oh, wish I didn't have such a tricky mother.
Lucy, I found 10 more stamps in my pocketbook. They're a little linty, but I think they're still good.
Good.
Now, do we have enough books to get to Hawaii?
I think we have enough to get to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Do they hula in Harrisburg?
Only if nobody's looking.
Oh, dear. Do you think Mr. Mooney would loan us enough money to get to Hawaii?
Oh, sure, if we went by surfboard.
Oh, I'm just dying to get there. I'm doing fine in my hula lessons. Watch me now, Lucy. Every movement has some sort of a meaning. It really means something like that. Now, what does this one mean?
It means you're not wearing a girdle.
Well, I look a lot better with my grass skirt on, but I just washed it.
You washed it?
Sure, what'd you expect me to do with a grass skirt? Mow it?
Get there, will you, Bev?
Okay. Oh, hi, Mr. Mooney.
Mrs. Bagley, you look lovely today. And Mrs. Carmichael, you are your usual gorgeous self.
Mr. Mooney, I never knew you drank.
I was just drinking in your loveliness. Now, Mrs. Carmichael, unbelievable as it may sound, I need a favor from you.
You need a favor from me?
Oh, that's a switch.
Yes, you see, we're having our house painted, and I was wondering if I could leave my greenback here.
Well, now you can leave all your greenbacks here.
Greenback is my bird.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
It'll only be for the day because the smell of paint makes her ill.
Oh.
It makes my wife ill, too, but nobody will take care of her for a day. I just show you the little girl here. Here we are.
Oh, isn't that darling?
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
What is she?
Well, that's a cockatiel.
Oh, a cockatiel. Well, we'd be very happy to take care of her, Mr. Mooney.
Good, good. Of course, I could have left her at the pick up some bad language.
Oh, well, don't you worry. I'll watch her like a hawk. Oh. What'd I do?
She heard you say H-A-W-K.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Miss Carmichael, can I speak to you for a minute, please?
Okay, Charlie.
Look, I have to go back to the telephone company to pick up some more material, so I'm going to leave my equipment in the backyard, okay?
Okay.
I'm afraid you won't be able to use the phones till I get back, though.
That's all right.
I'll see you later.
Okay, Charlie.
She's the cutest thing.
Oh, she's
Does
beautiful.
she say anything, Mr. Mooney? Does she know any words?
Oh, yes, she talks. I taught her myself. All right, now, Greenie, say something for the nice ladies. Come on, say something.
E pluribus unum. E pluribus unum.
E pluribus unum, my favorite word.
Adorable. What do you feed her?
Well, now, here are typewritten instructions covering everything that you ought to know.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'd better be going. Oh, she'd never forgive me if I didn't say goodbye. Come on, Greenie. Come on. There. Goodbye, Greenie Weenie.
Bye, Popsy Wopsy.
She calls me Popsy Wopsy. Now, you'll be a good little bird, won't you? Yes, you'll do whatever the nice ladies tell you to do, won't you? Yes, that's good. All right, now, don't be a naughty little birdie. Now, Popsy Wopsy, we'll see you this evening. You will behave yourself, won't you?
Popsy Wopsy.
When he says goodbye to his wife, he just shakes hands. Weenie, weenie.
Lucy, I can't understand you. Every time you ask Mr. Mooney for a favor, he turns you down, and he comes over here and asks you one favor, and you accept him right away.
Well, I happen to be a very nice person.
Oh?
Yeah, besides, I got a sneaky little trick that might make Mr. Mooney raise my allowance.
That's better. What's the sneaky little trick?
Well, I just thought maybe the way to Mooney's heart is through Greenie, Weenie, Backy, Wacky. Yeah. Greenie, Greenie, come here, Greenie. Repeat after me. Give Lucy more money.
Oh, that's a terrific sneaky trick. Do you think you can teach her to say that?
I don't know, but it's worth trying. Come on, pretty baby. Give Lucy more money. Give Lucy more money.
Come on now, if you don't say it, we're going to write it on a piece of paper and rub your beak in it.
Yeah, you scared her. You don't understand birds.
What do you mean I don't understand birds?
The only way that bird will learn anything from us is if she loves us. We have to make her feel she's among friends.
Well, what do you want us to do, grow feathers?
No. We'll give her fresh water, we'll feed her, we'll clean her cage, and then she'll love us.
Oh, listen, I fed, watered, and cleaned the cage of that bird I was married to, and you know how that turned out.
I got something else, Biff. I bet your greenback's gonna love this little mirror.
Oh, dear. Why don't you get that bird a statue?
A statue?
Yeah, all birds love statues.
Oh,
You bought that bird so many presents you can hardly see her in the cage.
Oh, yes, you can. She's down in there somewhere. Viv, there's no bird in here. Did you leave the cage door open when you put the water in?
No, I didn't. You you must have left it open when you fed her.
No, I didn't leave it
I did not
open.
leave the door to that
Oh,
cage open.
Viv,
I
you
don't remember.
must have.
I didn't. You must have left
yell
it
at
there.
each other. Let's not yell at each other.
Yeah, let's save all of our strength for when Mooney tries to kill us.
We gotta find her. Here, greedy weenie, backy wacky. I heard her.
No, that was me. That was me. I thought maybe she'd answer something that she knew. Oh, Lucy.
Don't sit down, Viv. You might sit on her.
Oh, don't say that.
Well, she could be anywhere. Maybe she flew under the sofa.
Oh, how could she get? Maybe she's under the chair. She might be.
Oh, hooray! Did you find her?
No, but I found some more stamps.
Oh. Listen, go out in the garage and get the flashlight. She may be under here, but it's so dark I can't tell.
Okay.
Here, Greenie Weenie. Vote for Dewey? Boy, I gotta sweep under there more often.
Lucy, I found her.
Where?
She's out on the telephone pole.
A telephone
Yes.
pole? Oh, we gotta get that bird or we're dead ducks.
Yes, where did you see him? Right on the pole, on that telephone pole.
Which one?
He was right up there on. He's right up there. See him? Right up there.
Oh.
Come on, Greenback. Greenback.
Here, I'll
Greenback.
handle this. I'll handle this. You come down off that wire this minute. Do you hear me? Right this minute.
Oh, boy, you sure got away with birds.
Well, I'm just gonna have to climb up there and get her.
Oh, Lucy, you can't do that. You'll get a shock.
Well, I'd rather face a few thousand volts of electricity than one angry Mooney, I can tell you that. Besides, the phone man was up there.
Yeah, but he had on rubber shoes and gloves and things like that.
Well, go look for something.
Okay. Gee, I hope you know what you're doing.
Don't worry about that. Come on, Greenie Weenie, Backy Wacky. Come on, honey. How would you like something to eat? Want something to eat, honey? Come on, honey. Come on. Never mind that.
Oh, Lucy, what are you doing with my grass skirt on?
My stretch pants just overstretched.
Well, don't you get that wrinkled.
Wrinkled? What'd you get?
Well, I got these swim fins of Jerry's and a butterfly net and some asbestos gloves.
Well, good thinking, Viv.
What do you mean, good thinking? I'm getting just as kooky as you are.
Oh. Now go get the big ladder for me.
What do you want with the ladder?
I need the ladder to get out on the roof, to get out on the pole, to get out to get the bird. Now get going.
Oh, all right.
When I get my hands on you, you're gonna wish you were never hatched.
Okay, hand me the cage. Got it. Oh, I swore I'd never come up on this roof again after we put up that antenna.
Never mind that now.
Come on. Come on now, Lucy.
Hurry up! Hurry up! Have you ever tried to hurry up a ladder in swim fins and a grass skirt?
Well, you never looked lovelier. Lucy,
What?
you look like a Hawaiian trying to stamp out a fire. Not that, not that. Oh, come, up.
Don't make any more jokes.
Well, don't try to knock this antenna down. Lucy,
What?
maybe I could try to get him with the net, huh?
Of course not. You'd frighten a bird. Now, don't even think of that.
Listen, if he didn't get scared looking at you in that outfit, this isn't
Hello, Greenback. Hello, Greenie Weenie.
E pluribus unum.
Come here, Greenback. What a bird. She speaks Latin, but she can't understand English. I'm just going to have to go out on that pole and get her, that's all.
If I wanted to be careful, I never would have moved in with you.
Viv, you're going to have
give me a boost.
Give you a boost?
Yes. Come on.
Okay.
I don't mean with a butterfly net.
All right.
You watch me get up on here.
Am I near you yet?
Not yet, honey. Back up, back up. Back up. A little bit more. A little bit more.
Yeah?
That's it. Now give me a boost.
Give you a... Oh! Lucy, get your flipper out of my face. I'll try again. Ready?
Yeah, go.
Go?
Yeah. There, I got it. Okay. These flippers weren't made for climbing.
Lucy, don't look down. You might get dizzy. I mean, you might get dizzier than you are.
You cut that out. Jerry, you stop that.
Oh, Mom, I just want to watch.
You get down from there this minute.
Yes, Mom.
Sheesh.
What was he doing?
Oh, he was standing on top of the fence. I don't know why children do such dangerous, stupid things. Oh, brother. Come here, Greenback. Come here, Greenback. Ow! 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 Ow!
Lucy, answer the phone. It's scaring the bird.
Well, it's not doing me any good either. Hello?
Operator, give me the police.
The police?
Yeah, there's some fruitcake up on the roof wearing flippers and a grass skirt yelling, eat, and there's another fruitcake trying to catch her in a net and put her in a cage.
Oh, come now. The police would never believe a story like that. Oh, some nut. Here, Greenie. Here, Greenie. Come on, baby.
Come on, Birdie.
Oh, I got an idea. You see this thing?
Yeah.
This is a seat that the telephone men use.
It is?
Yeah.
What are you going to do, Lucy?
I'm going to get in here. I'm going to push off.
Don't hurt my grass skirt.
Oh, I know. Man, for heaven's sake. We don't get this bird, you'll never get any place. It won't matter whether you got a grass skirt or not. For heaven's sake. Now, I'm going to push off, and I'm going to get you, you little rascal. Okay.
It's the only way to fly.
Well, smarty pants, I'm blasting off again, Greenie Weenie. What happened? Where'd it go? Oh, no!
Well, thank heaven you're here, Sam.
What's the matter, Mr. Mooney?
I need some tranquilizers for Greenback. She's had a frightening experience.
Really? What happened?
Well, foolishly, I left the poor little bird with the biggest bird brain in town. But she escaped and flew right home to her daddy. But she's a nervous wreck.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. You know, if these bird tranquilizers don't work, you may have to take her to see a psychiatrist.
Yes, I probably will. A psychiatrist? For pets?
Yeah, one just opened an office here last week. I got his card right here. Dr. Marshall Belson, pet psychiatrist, Ph.D.
Ph.D.?
Parrots, horses, and dogs. But I hear he's pretty good with cockatiels, too.
These should fix her up. Put them on my account, will you?
Sure, Mr. Mooney.
Oh, Sam, I have a hunch that the woman who allowed Greenback to escape will come in here to buy another cockatiel. Now, if she does, phone me. I'll be right next door at the bank. Then you stall her till I get back.
Yes, sir. Oh, how will I recognize her?
Oh, you can't miss her. Her hair's dyed, and her brain isn't too long for this world either.
What can I do for you, ladies?
I've got to have a cockatiel right away.
Cockatiel.
Yes, please.
Oh, a cockatiel.
Yes, do you have a
Well,
cockatiel?
you've certainly come to the right place.
Oh, good.
But, would you excuse me for a moment? I gotta make a phone call.
Oh, of course.
Thank you.
I don't think we'll find another one that looks just exactly like Greenback.
Well, we've got to if we expect a full moon.
Oh, look, there are the turtles. Oh, I bought a turtle in here once that just hated me.
Well, how can you tell when a turtle hates you?
He kept trying to rub my name off of his back.
Listen, Viv, where do you think Greenback is?
Halfway to Capistrano.
She was a cockatiel, not a swallow.
Sorry to keep you ladies waiting.
Oh, that's
now,
all right.
what kind of a cockatiel did you want?
Well, do you have one with a green back and a blue dot on its left wing that says E pluribus unum?
No, but I got a black-coated minor bird that says hello, goodbye, and rat fink.
No, that's no good.
How about a parrot that sings hello, Polly?
No, the cockatiels, please.
Follow me to the bird.
Okay.
Hello, goodbye, rat thing.
Interested?
No, I've got to have a cockatiel.
This way with birds, ladies.
Rat fink!
How about
Rat
that?
fink, he said. Oh, look at them.
There's some cockatiels.
Oh, look.
How about that one over
Mark.
there?
This one here?
That one?
Yeah.
That one right over there in the corner.
That looks kind of like it.
No,
Which
Lucy,
one,
that
lady?
one's too fat.
Too fat, yeah.
Fat?
Much fatter than the other one.
How about this one right here? Over there,
How
near
about that one?
near-
Yeah, how
on
about
the
that
end.
one? Uh-huh.
You want that one here?
Oh, I don't know. No, his ears don't look the same.
Cockatiels don't have ears.
Well, he doesn't look the same where his ears are supposed to be. You know what I mean.
Excuse me.
How about that one back there, Via?
That looks, gee, they all look sort of alike.
There's
oh,
one
look at
down
that
there
cute
that's
little
sort of the
blur.
same
Isn't that a
color.
cute one?
Yeah.
Huh? Hey, how about that one? We're sitting up there with that little
Yeah,
thing.
get it for me, will you,
Okay.
Viv?
Well, look at him. Come here, little bird. Come here, little cockatiel. Come here, little cockatiel. Ow! He bit my finger.
Which one?
That blue one. He must be a friend of that turtle I bought.
I'll
You
get
get it,
one.
Lucy.
Okay.
That one right up there?
Yeah.
Huh?
It looks like it's got kind of the same.
Oh, aren't they the cutest little things? Isn't that darling?
Now, don't you jump.
Oh, he's got a white dot, though, instead of a blue one.
Oh, well, I'll put some blue eyeshadow on it.
Mr. Mooney, what a blessed surprise.
One of the little bells, please.
Oh, lady.
Oh, but Mr. Mooney, what am I doing here? I mean, what are you doing here?
Well, I was buying a homecoming gift for Greenback. What are you doing here?
Well, we were buying a going-away gift for Greenback.
Oh, yeah, that's good. A going-away present, yeah.
Oh, that's so we just love that bird.
Yeah, we just love them.
Isn't that nice? To know Greenback is to love her. By the way, Greenback gets lonesome. Who's watching her now?
Oh, we hired a babysitter. I mean, a bird sitter.
Is something wrong with you?
No. Why do you ask? Oh, you mean, well, whenever Viv hums, I can't help dancing.
Mrs. Bagley isn't humming.
Oh, I was just about to start humming.
Yeah. To get more fun out of life, try dancing.
Oh, thank you.
Can't you stand still?
Did you ever try to stand still with a bird in your blouse?
Oh, by the way, Mrs. Carmichael.
Yes?
After work, I'll stop by your house and pick up Greenback.
You will?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we'll sure hate to lose her again. I mean, see her go.
Now, I know how you feel. I can hardly wait to see her again.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. Well, goodbye, ladies.
Goodbye.
Oh, boy.
Sir, we found the bird we want.
Well, which one is it?
Well, it's this one right here.
I'll put it in the cage.
Okay.
That'll be $6.
Thank you. Oh, boy. Oh, darn it, my purse. What happened? It fell in the fishbowl.
Lady, look out!
Well, my purse fell in the fishbowl.
Those are piranha fish.
So what? I'm not bothering them.
They're man-eaters.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, you're lucky, lady. They'll devour anything.
Oh, well, my money is in my purse.
Oh, well, I'll get a hook and get it out. Excuse me.
Oh, my.
Pardon me.
Oh. Ugh.
Say, I'm going to send a bucket of those fish to my ex-husband for his birthday.
pluribus unum. E pluribus unum. See it right there above the eagle?
If she can't talk, how do you expect her to read?
What are we gonna do? Mr. Mooney will know it's not his bird.
Well, we could say that the bird fell off of her ladder, landed on its head, and has amnesia.
Oh, Viv, that's the silliest thing I ever heard.
Come in.
Come in.
Well, how's my little greenback?
She fell off her ladder, landed on her head, and got amnesia.
That's the silliest thing I ever heard.
That's what I told Viv.
Why does she have a white spot on her wing instead of a blue one?
Oh, the fall scared her so much that she turned white.
That's right, that's right. That's actually what happened. It's just one of those crazy things.
Oh, well, this seems to be a day for crazy things.
Oh?
When I went home for lunch, the strangest thing happened. A bird flew through my window that looked exactly like Greenback.
Really?
Yes, yes. She landed on my shoulder, kissed my cheek, but instead of saying E pluribus unum, it said, give Lucy more money.
Well, what do you think of that?
I think you are an irresponsible nitwit, and that bird is a cheap fake.
It's not cheap. It cost me $6.
Well, you take your bird, and I'll take my cage. Leaving my precious greenback with you was like leaving General Custer with Sitting Bull.
Boy, he was mad. And I don't blame him. You certainly were a bird brain to keep the door of that cage open.
Me, a bird brain? You were a bird brain for not watching the cage.
Oh, look who's calling who a bird brain.
You're both bird brains.
Opening domestic chaos and the substitute father scheme, Lucy's determination to join the camping trip. I have always been struck by the way the opening moments of this particular stretch of the Lucy show settle over me like a familiar, slightly chaotic embrace, the kind of embrace that reminds me why I keep returning to these episodes across different seasons of my own life. There is something in the domestic bustle of Lucy Carmichael packing her son Jerry for a 3-day father and son camping trip that feels both ordinary and already charged with the promise of upheaval. I find myself smiling the instant the dialogue begins because the script wastes no time establishing the particular flavor of Lucy's household, affectionate, slightly disordered, and forever on the edge of a scheme. Well, let's see if you've got everything, Lucy says, and Jerry answers with the casual confidence of a boy who knows his mother will fuss anyway. It's all there, Mom. Then comes the list: socks, sweater, pajamas, and almost at once the comic engine starts turning when Lucy discovers the jar of her cold cream has been appropriated for worms. What are you doing with a jar of my cold cream, she asks, and Jerry's deadpan reply, that's not cold cream, I've got it filled with worms, still makes me laugh out loud even after years of rewatching. The image of those worms all shook up and Lucy's immediate maternal alarm that they will be useless for fishing is pure Lucille Ball territory. The ordinary household object transformed into an instrument of mild disaster. What still moves me after all these years is how quickly the scene establishes Lucy's dual nature. She is the concerned mother checking socks and pajamas, yet she is also the woman whose emotional temperature rises the moment the possibility of exclusion appears. When Mr. Carter arrives to collect Jerry's gear, the conversation turns, and Lucy's carefully constructed politeness begins to fray. She thanks him for offering to be Jerry's substitute father, and then, in that wonderfully blunt Lucy way, she admits that Jerry is unhappy about going with him. I just wish the feeling were mutual, she says, and the line lands with the mixture of honesty and self-interest that has always defined her for me. Jerry himself bounds in all youthful enthusiasm. Gee, I can hardly wait for our trip tomorrow, and the contrast between the boy's excitement and Lucy's private agitation is delicious. She sends him upstairs with the firm reminder that he must be up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and the moment he is gone the truth pours out. He's unhappy, he's miserable, she insists to Mr. Carter, even as she admits he is just a great little trooper who knows how to cover up. The performance implications here are extraordinary. I can see Lucille Ball's face in my mind's eye, the wide eyes, the slightly pursed mouth, the way she leans forward as if the force of her feeling might physically propel her into the men's world she is about to invade. In my own experience of rewatching this, I am always caught by the cultural texture of the early 1960s that saturates the scene. A father and son camping trip is presented as a sacred masculine ritual for men only, and Lucy's desire to participate is treated as both comic and faintly transgressive. When she finally confesses, "'Cause I want to go with him myself," the line carries a charge that still feels fresh. She is not merely a meddlesome mother. She is a woman who refuses to be left behind by the rituals that exclude her. Mr. Carter's gentle resistance, "You can't go, Mrs. Carmichael, it's for men only hardens her resolve. She begins to plant the seed of his possible withdrawal if something should happen to him at the last minute. She is certain she could talk the others into letting her take his place. The exchange is pure situational comedy. Yet, it is also a quiet portrait of a widow, navigating a world still organized around the assumption that certain experiences belong exclusively to men. I find myself laughing and aching at the same time when she tells him, "You'll know how I feel someday when you become a mother." The absurdity of the line is matched by its emotional truth. Lucy is translating her maternal longing into the only language the situation will allow. The next morning, the scheme blossoms fully. Mr. Mooney arrives full of anticipatory pleasure about the mountains, and Lucy delivers the news with the bright, slightly breathless energy that always signals trouble. Mr. Carter is very ill, he cannot go, therefore she must take his place. The men's reactions are a study in restrained panic. "Mrs. Carmichael, you cannot go with us," Mooney declares, and the reasons tumble out: the sleeping arrangements, the single bedroom, the swimming without swimsuits. Lucy counters each objection with cheerful practicality. She has a sleeping bag, she will sleep in the front room. She will be just like one of the guys. The phrase "one of the guys" has always stayed with me because it captures both her determination and the impossibility of the role she is claiming. When she announces that she is going upstairs to get her purse, the men are left staring at the absurdity of the image. One of the guys just went upstairs to get his purse. The line is a perfect button, and every time I hear it, I feel the same delighted recognition of how skillfully the writers have turned a simple domestic preparation into the first movement of a larger comic symphony. What I return to most often in these opening minutes is the way Lucille Ball's physical presence is already shaping the comedy even before the broader slapstick begins. The script gives us only dialogue and stage business, yet the performance is implicit in every line. I can feel the way she would have handled the jar of worms, the careful, slightly disgusted inspection, the maternal scolding that is half genuine and half comic exaggeration. I can see the quick shift in her posture when she decides to manipulate Mr. Carter, the slight tilt of the head, the widening of the eyes that signal both sincerity and calculation. These early scenes are quieter than the later chaos of the poker game or the bear encounter, yet they contain the seed of everything that follows. Lucy's refusal to be left out, her willingness to rearrange reality until it accommodates her desire. Her mixture of genuine love for Jerry and sheer competitive hunger to participate, these are the qualities that have made her one of the most enduring figures in American television for me. I have lived with this episode through different periods of my own life, and each return deepens the personal resonance. There was a time when I watched primarily for the pure comic machinery, delighted by the worms and the purse and the men's growing alarm. Later I began to notice the quieter emotional undercurrents, the widow who does not want her son's experiences to be closed to her. The woman who must invent illness and last-minute substitutions because the social structure offers her no legitimate path. The comfort the show has given me lies precisely in this blend. It never becomes heavy, the laughter is always primary. Yet the laughter is never empty. When Lucy declares that she will be no trouble at all, that she will be just like one of the guys, I hear both the comic bravado and the genuine longing underneath. That combination hilarious surface. Recognizable human need is why these opening scenes still feel alive to me after so many viewings. The historical context of 1964 deepens the pleasure. The suburban middle-class world of Danfield is rendered with affectionate precision, the trust in neighbors, the assumption that a station wagon can collect everyone's gear, the casual acceptance that a boys' camping trip is a formative masculine ritual. Into that world steps Lucy Carmichael, red-haired, determined, and constitutionally incapable of accepting exclusion. The script's gentle satire on gender roles never becomes preachy, it remains comic. Yet the comedy itself is progressive in its way. By the end of these opening scenes, Lucy has already succeeded in inserting herself into the men's plans, and the audience is invited to root for her even as we anticipate the disasters to come. I find that invitation deeply satisfying. It allows me to enjoy the chaos, while also recognizing the small act of rebellion at its center. Every time I reach the moment when the men decide to give her the works to make the trip so tough and miserable that she will not last 3 hours, I feel a familiar surge of protective affection for Lucy. They underestimate her, of course. They always do. And that underestimation is part of the enduring pleasure of the series. In these first minutes, the stage is perfectly set: the worms, the cold cream, the substitute father, the purse, the declaration that she will be one of the guys. From this domestic chaos, the entire comic architecture will rise. I close this first section of my reflection still smiling, still moved by the particular alchemy Lucille Ball and the writers achieve here. The way ordinary maternal fussing becomes the launch point for something larger, funnier, and in its own lighthearted way quietly radical. The comfort of returning to this world never diminishes. It remains one of the private joys of my viewing life. I have always been struck by the way the cabin scenes open a new and more concentrated chamber of comedy once Lucy has successfully inserted herself into the men-only expedition. The transition from the suburban living room to the rough mountain cabin feels in my repeated viewings like stepping from the familiar world of domestic negotiation into a pure laboratory of physical and social slapstick. What still moves me after all these years is how completely Lucille Ball commits to the role of the woman who has declared herself one of the guys and then proceeds to upend every masculine ritual the cabin was designed to protect. The moment the group arrives and the evening settles in, the script begins to pile chores upon Lucy with gleeful cruelty. She cooks dinner by rubbing 2 sticks together for what seems an eternity, washes the dishes, sets the table for breakfast, chops wood, sweeps and scrubs the kitchen floor, and finally burns the garbage, including, as she reports with perfect comic timing, 3 of her fingers. "I burned everything, including 3 of my fingers," she says, and the line still draws from me the same involuntary wince of laughter it did the first time I heard it. Cinderella, she observes, had a snap by comparison. That single comparison has stayed with me because it captures both her exhaustion and her refusal to collapse under it. She remains game, still determined to prove she belongs. In my own experience of rewatching this stretch, I find myself lingering over the bedtime sequence with particular affection. The little men are sent to bed and almost at once the couch is claimed for one of the children. Lucy is informed that she has the entire floor to herself and may pick any spot she likes. The physical comedy that follows the careful spreading of the sleeping bag, the struggle to settle the sudden demand that the couch be moved again, is pure ball. I can see her body language in my mind, the exaggerated care with which she lowers herself, the quick flash of indignation when the arrangements change. Once more the way she would have used her arms and shoulders to express both resignation and rising irritation. When the poker game is announced and she is told she will not disturb them if she tries to sleep, her decision to join rather than endure is inevitable. "Do you mind if I join you?" she asks. And the men's reluctant acceptance once they learn she has money is one of those perfect pivots the series executes so cleanly. They are not playing for tiddlywinks, they warn her. She has money. Suddenly, the table has room. What I return to most often is the poker sequence itself, a master class in escalating absurdity that still feels freshly funny no matter how many times I revisit it. Lucy does not merely play, she transforms the game into something closer to a bridge club social hour conducted with chips. She chatters, she admires the pretty colors of the chips, she rearranges them by hue, she tells stories about the girls at the bridge club, and she wins. Repeatedly. The moment she reveals a flush, having described her cards as a 1 and a 9 and a queen and a 5 and a 2, and what a coincidence, they're all hearts, is pure delight. "You mean I win again?" she asks with that mixture of innocent surprise and private triumph that Lucille Ball made legendary. Later, she inquires with perfect timing whether a full house is 3 of a kind and a pair, only to reveal that she was merely asking and does not in fact hold one. The men's growing frustration is palpable. One of them wires his wife for more money. Another begins to fantasize about losing Lucy in the forest without a compass or setting her adrift in a canoe without a paddle. The fantasy is comic, yet it also reveals how thoroughly she has disrupted their expected order. I find myself laughing and aching at the same time when I watch this, because the ache comes from recognizing how rare it still feels even now, to see a woman so cheerfully dismantle a masculine ritual from the inside. The physical business of the sleeping bag adds another layer that has always affected me deeply. Lucy becomes stuck and must ask Mr. Mooney to unzip her. The line, "Mr. Mooney, would you unzip me?" is delivered with such earnest desperation that the comic temptation it creates for the men. Mooney's muttered observation that the river is close and she is already gift-wrapped lands with perfect timing. The performance implications are rich. Ball would have played the trapped struggle with her whole body, the twisting, the slightly panicked, breathing, the mixture of embarrassment and practical need. That she emerges from the bag only to sit down and dominate the poker table is one of those structural joys the episode offers. She refuses to be reduced to the inconvenient woman on the floor. She becomes the most successful player at the table. The cultural texture of the early 1960s saturates these scenes in ways that continue to reward attention. The cabin as a space coded as masculine refuge, shared bunking, no swimsuits, late-night poker, the assumption that a woman's presence will dampen the entire enterprise. Lucy's insistence on participating and then on excelling gently satirizes that coding without ever becoming didactic. The comedy remains light, yet the underlying assertion that she can chop the wood, scrub the floor, sleep on the boards and still beat them at their own game carries a quiet charge. I have lived with this episode through different periods of my life, and each return sharpens my appreciation for how skillfully the writers and Ball balance the physical gags with character truth. Lucy is not merely chaotic, she is adaptive. She turns every attempt to freeze her out into another opportunity to insert herself more thoroughly. The men's private conference after the first evening remains one of my favorite quiet beats. They cannot believe she has lasted. They expected her to crack within 3 hours. Instead, she has completed every chore, joined the poker game, and left them financially diminished. Their decision to escalate, "We are going to give her the works," is both comic and slightly desperate. I feel a protective fondness for Lucy in these moments, the same fondness I have felt for years. She is outnumbered, out-resourced, and still somehow setting the terms. That resilience, wrapped in slapstick and delivered with Ball's extraordinary timing, is why these cabin scenes continue to feel like a private gift each time I revisit them. The dialogue is dense with the kind of specific character-revealing lines that reward close attention. Lucy's cheerful report of her chores, her request to be unzipped, her bridge club digressions at the poker table, her innocent questions about the rules while she quietly wins all of it, builds a portrait of a woman who refuses to accept the role of tolerated interloper. She becomes the central energy of the cabin. The men had planned 3 beautiful days without any women. What they receive instead is Lucy Carmichael, fully present, fully game, and fully in possession of the comic high ground. That reversal still delights me. It is one of the reasons I keep returning to this stretch of the series when I need the particular comfort only Lucille Ball can provide, the assurance that chaos handled with enough heart and enough timing can become a form of triumph. As the poker game stretches toward 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and Lucy continues to gather chips, I feel the same mixture of amusement and admiration that has accompanied me through every viewing. She is exhausted, her bones will not take hard hugs, she has burned her fingers and scrubbed floors and slept on boards, yet she is still the one asking whether a full house is 3 of a kind in a pair while the men stare in mounting disbelief. That image, Lucy at the table, cheerful, chatty and quietly victorious, remains one of the enduring pleasures of the episode for me. It captures everything I love about her character: the refusal to be sidelined, the ability to turn inconvenience into opportunity, and the sheer comic radiance Lucille Ball brought to every frame. The cabin was meant to exclude her. By the end of the first night, she has claimed it as her own stage, and the rebellion at the poker table is only the beginning. I have always been struck by the way the bear sequence arrives as both the comic climax of the camping episode and a quiet revelation of Lucy Carmichael's unexpected courage. After the long night of chores and poker, the men gather in frustrated conspiracy, still unable to believe she has not cracked. Their plan is simple and in their minds foolproof. When the tame bear Brownie appears on his annual visit, they will stage a panic scream that a killer is on the loose. And watch Lucy flee all the way home. We will panic, we'll scream, killer on the loose, help, run for your life. They rehearse, certain that the sight of a bear will finish what the floor sleeping in the endless labor could not. What still moves me after all these years is how completely the episode turns their certainty inside out. The comedy does not merely defeat their scheme. It transforms the moment into one of the purest expressions of Lucy's resilience that the series ever offered. In my own experience of re-watching this, I find myself slowing down as the men position themselves and begin their performance. The script captures their overlapping shouts with perfect chaotic energy. Killer on the loose, there's a killer on the loose, what, run for your life. Lucy's confusion is immediate and genuine. Wait a minute, what are we running from? And then the bear is upon them. The men's plan requires that she believe the animal is wild and dangerous. Instead, the episode gives us something far funnier and far more revealing. Lucy does not run. She approaches. She speaks to the bear as if it were a slightly difficult but ultimately reasonable acquaintance. Ah, hi there, hold there, Smokey, I got some jelly beans, you want some jelly beans. The line still makes me laugh out loud, not only for its absurdity, but for the absolute sincerity Ball would have brought to it. There is no hesitation in Lucy's voice, only the practical determination that has carried her through every previous obstacle. The physical comedy that follows is among the richest in the entire composite. Lucy offers jelly beans, invites the bear to sit, comments on its patriotic willingness to accept the treat, and even attempts a little conversation about dental care. You ought to see your dentist at least twice a year, she advises, and the image of Lucille Ball delivering maternal health advice to a large bear while the men watch in stunned silence remains one of my private treasures. When the bear seems to suffer a moment of indigestion, she responds with the same concerned tone she might use on Jerry. The performance implications are extraordinary. Ball's body language would have been a masterclass in controlled fearlessness, the careful approach, the extended hand holding the candy, the slight lean forward that signals both caution and invitation. She does not play the scene as a woman overcoming terror. She plays it as a woman who has decided the bear is simply another problem to be managed with kindness and jelly beans. What I return to most often is the moment the truth begins to fracture. One of the men tries to maintain the fiction, but the carefully constructed panic collapses when it becomes clear that the bear Lucy is befriending is not the expected tame Brownie. The dialogue fractures into overlapping corrections and rising alarm. That isn't Brownie the tame bear. There's Brownie. That's a real wild bear. Lucy's reaction is priceless. She has already invested emotionally in the animal. She has shared jelly beans and conversation. Now she must process that the creature she has been treating as a pet may in fact be dangerous. The script allows her a brief, wonderfully human moment of renegotiation. Very nice little fella you don't like redhead, I'm not really a redhead, I'm like you. I'm one of you. The line is both comic and strangely touching. Even in potential peril, Lucy reaches for connection. She reminds the bear of their brief shared history with the jelly beans. She asserts kinship. I find myself laughing and aching at the same time whenever I reach this passage because the ache comes from recognizing how consistent the character remains. Whether facing a poker table full of skeptical men or a possible wild bear, Lucy's instinct is to talk, to offer, to belong. The cultural context of the early 1960s deepens the pleasure of the sequence. The men's assumption that a woman will automatically panic at the sight of a bear is treated as both natural and ripe for demolition. Their plan rests on a stereotype so complete that they do not even consider the possibility of failure. When Lucy instead befriends the animal, the stereotype does not merely fail, it is replaced by something more interesting. She becomes the calm center, while the men, who knew the original Brownie was tame, find themselves confronting an actual wild bear and the collapse of their own scheme. The comedy is generous enough to let them recover, but the victory belongs unmistakably to Lucy. By the time the men acknowledge her courage, I think you've tamed him, Mrs. Khan, that's wonderful, I've got to hand it to you. You're good that took a lot of courage, the reversal is complete. The conspiracy has not only failed, it has produced the opposite of its intended effect. Lucy is more firmly established among them than before. I have lived with this episode through different seasons of my own life, and the bear sequence has always felt like a small private celebration of the character's core strength. There was a time when I watched primarily for the pure slapstick of the jelly beans and the men's escalating panic. Later, I began to notice the quieter emotional architecture, the way Lucy's refusal to run mirrors her earlier refusal to be excluded from the trip itself. She does not overcome fear so much as she declines to accept the role that fear is supposed to assign her. That quality, cheerful, practical courage in the face of both social and literal wildness, is why the scene continues to feel nourishing. The comfort the show has given me over the years is bound up in moments like this one. Chaos arrives, the men expect collapse, and Lucy answers with jelly beans and conversation. The dialogue is dense, with the specific character revealing turns that reward close attention. Lucy's initial greeting to the bear, her dental advice, her quick adjustment when the animal's identity becomes uncertain, her final assertion of kinship. All of it builds a portrait of a woman who meets the unexpected with the same energetic adaptability she brings to every other problem. The men's overlapping shouts of warning and correction only heighten her calm. By the end of the sequence, they are the ones who must recalibrate, while Lucy stands as the unexpected authority on the situation. That shift still delights me. It is one of the purest expressions of the series' comic justice. The person least expected to succeed becomes the one who does, and the success is achieved not through force but through a kind of stubborn, open-hearted persistence. As the men prepare to show her what they really think of her, shifting in their relief and embarrassment toward a more genuine, if still clumsy, appreciation, I feel the same protective fondness that has accompanied me through every Apret viewing. Lucy has slept on the floor, burned her fingers, won their money, and now faced down a bear with candy. The conspiracy is in ruins. The cabin that was meant to exclude her has become the stage for her most complete triumph yet. That image, Lucy offering jelly beans to a bear, while the carefully laid plans of the men dissolve around her, remains one of the enduring reasons I return to this episode. It captures everything I love about her: the refusal to panic on schedule, the instinct to connect even with the improbable, and the radiant comic authority Lucille Ball brought to every frame. The bear was supposed to send her home. Instead, it confirmed that she belonged exactly where she had insisted on standing. I have always been struck by the seamless yet emotionally distinct transition that occurs once the camping adventure concludes and the series returns us to the familiar interior of the Carmichael Bagley household. The shift feels in my repeated viewings like stepping from the expansive physical comedy of the mountains back into the more intimate, vanity-driven comedy that Lucille Ball handled with such exquisite precision. What still moves me after all these years is how completely the episode establishes Lucy's particular relationship to aging and appearance in only a few exchanges. Vivian notices that the printing in books seems to grow smaller every year and suggests glasses. Lucy's response is immediate, categorical, and deeply characteristic. "Vivian, I don't need glasses, I've told you that 50 times. The line carries both comic stubbornness and a quiet vulnerability that has always resonated with me. She is not merely resisting an optical aid, she is resisting the narrative that her face, her presentation of self, might require adjustment. In my own experience of rewatching this, I find myself lingering over the reading test that follows. Vivian hands her the cookbook and challenges her to read a recipe. Lucy begins with confidence: chicken fricassee. Take 1 large stewing hen and cut it in several parts, and put it in a quart of water. Bring to a boil and season, only for Vivian to expose the performance. The chicken fricassee is going to taste just like apple strudel. The comic precision of that correction still delights me. Ball's delivery would have layered the false confidence with just enough strain to let the audience share the private knowledge that Lucy cannot actually see the words. When Vivian then demands the recipe for chocolate fudge cake because Mrs. Mooney is holding her charity cake sale, the next day, the stakes become domestic and social at once. Lucy's vanity is no longer abstract, it is about to collide with an obligation that requires clear vision. The conversation that unfolds about contact lenses remains one of the richest character studies in the composite for me. Lucy admits she does not have the face for glasses, a phrase that has stayed with me across decades of viewing because it reveals how thoroughly she has internalized a particular standard of feminine appearance. Glasses in her mind would compromise something essential. Contact lenses, however, offer the possibility of correction without visible concession. The cost is $200. The payment plan is $4 a week for 52 weeks with a free trial offer. The practical details are rendered with the series' characteristic attention to middle-class economics, yet the emotional undercurrent is vanity mixed with hope. I find myself laughing and aching at the same time when Lucy describes her credit rating before the newsboy will throw a paper on their front porch. She has to go out and throw him a nickel. She is more in debt than the United States Treasury. The exaggeration is comic, yet it also paints a precise portrait of a widow managing a household on limited means while still longing for the small luxury of invisible correction. Mr. Mooney's entrance deepens the scene in ways that continue to reward attention. He arrives with Nelson the dog and the domestic business of the dog door Mrs. Mooney paid $50 for a private entrance Nelson can use provides a perfect comic counterpoint to Lucy's request. She does not ask for money, she asks only that he guarantee her credit for the contact lenses. Mooney's resistance is classic: glasses were good enough for Benjamin Franklin. Therefore, they should be good enough for her. She wants them for reading, not for flying a kite. The exchange is pure Mooney-Lucy rhythm, the long-suffering banker confronting the woman whose schemes so often disrupt his equilibrium. When he finally agrees on the condition that any loss or breakage can be taken out of her allowance for the next 6 months, the deal is struck with the mixture of reluctance and inevitability that defines their relationship. I have always loved the way the script allows Mooney to be both obstacle and enabler. He disapproves, he warns, and then he signs. The cultural texture of 1964 saturates these scenes with particular clarity. Contact lenses were still relatively novel and expensive for the average suburban household. The free trial, no money down language of the newspaper advertisement reflects the emerging consumer credit culture of the period. Lucy's resistance to conventional glasses and her attraction to the more modern invisible solution speak to a broader mid-century negotiation with femininity, aging, and self-presentation. The comedy never becomes heavy-handed. It remains rooted in character, a woman who would rather risk $200 and the wrath of Mr. Mooney than appear in public with frames on her face. That particular vanity feels both of its time and timeless. I recognize versions of it in myself and in people I have known. The show's gentleness allows the recognition without judgment. What I return to most often is the quiet emotional honesty beneath the comic stubbornness. Lucy is not simply being difficult. She is protecting an image of herself that matters to her. When she later returns from the doctor and announces that she has the most marvelous blink reflexes and perfect eyeballs, the line is delivered with such genuine delight that the vanity becomes endearing rather than foolish. Dr. Coffin has told her she is a good candidate. The lenses are comfortable. She does not even know she has them on. The relief and pleasure in her voice are unmistakable. Ball would have played the moment with the full radiance of a woman who has successfully negotiated both medical and financial obstacles to preserve her preferred presentation of self. That radiance still reaches me across the years. I have lived with this episode through different seasons of my own life, and the glasses versus contacts debate has always felt like a small private mirror. There was a time when I watched, primarily for the pure verbal comedy of the misread recipe, and Mooney's exasperated resistance. Later I began to notice the quieter currents, the fear of visible aging, the willingness to take on debt for the sake of appearance, the way a simple optical aid becomes entangled with identity. The comfort the show has given me lies in its ability to treat these concerns with both laughter and respect. Lucy's vanity is never mocked into non-existence. It is allowed to stand as a real if comic part of who she is. The dialogue is dense with the specific character revealing turns that reward close attention. Lucy's repeated insistence that she does not need glasses, her description of her credit rating, her careful negotiation with Mooney, her delighted report of her blink reflexes, all of it builds a portrait of a woman navigating the intersection of practicality and self-image with the same energetic determination she brought to the camping trip. The transition from mountain cabin to suburban living room does not diminish her force, it simply redirects it. Where she once faced down a bear with jelly beans, she now faces down the prospect of visible glasses with a payment plan and a free trial. The continuity of character is perfect. As the scene prepares to move into the actual baking of the chocolate fudge cake, I feel the same anticipatory pleasure that has accompanied me through every viewing. The lenses are in. The vanity has been temporarily satisfied. The stage is set for the next disaster, which will of course involve the very cake that required clear vision in the first place. That structural elegance still delights me. The episode has moved us from the physical comedy of the woods to the more intimate comedy of domestic self-image without ever losing the essential Lucy, stubborn, resourceful, vain in ways that make her human and always one step away from the next beautiful mess. The comfort of returning to this world never diminishes. It remains one of the private joys of my viewing life, a reminder that even the smallest negotiations with aging and appearance can become in Lucille Ball's hands the material of lasting comic grace. I have always been struck by the way the simple act of baking a chocolate fudge cake becomes in Lucille Ball's hands the gateway to one of the most sustained and deliciously sticky disasters in the entire series. After the successful acquisition of the contact lenses, the household settles into a brief and deceptive calm. Lucy returns from Dr. Coffin's office, radiant with the news of her marvelous blink reflexes and perfect eyeballs. She can read the recipe with ease. The lenses are so comfortable, she does not even know she has them on. What still moves me after all these years is how completely the episode allows this moment of triumph to exist before gently inexorably dismantling it. The cake is for Mrs. Mooney's charity sale. It is an obligation, a social gesture, a small public performance of domestic competence. Lucy and Vivian set to work with the cheerful efficiency of women who have done this many times before. The boys are upstairs. The kitchen is theirs. For a few precious minutes, the world feels manageable. In my own experience of rewatching this, I find myself slowing down during the icing sequence, even though the script itself moves quickly. Lucy is finishing the cake while Vivian handles other tasks. The physical business of spreading the chocolate frosting is ordinary, almost meditative. And then sometime between the kitchen and the living room, one of the lenses simply vanishes. The realization does not arrive with a dramatic flourish. It arrives in the quiet, almost casual observation that she can read better with her left eye than with her right. "That's funny, Bib, I can read better with my left eye than I can my right," she says, and Vivian's dry reply that the left eye must have a better education still makes me smile. Then comes the terrible understanding. The lens has dropped out. The panic that follows is pure Lucy rising circular and utterly focused on the financial and social consequences. "Oh ma'am, I can't lose that. When you first came home from the doctor you came right to the kitchen and you were able to read that recipe." The reconstruction of her movements is both logical and doomed. If she could read the recipe, the lens was still in place in the kitchen. Therefore, it must have fallen somewhere between the kitchen and the living room chair. The search that follows is a master class in escalating domestic chaos. Vivian takes the living room. Lucy is ordered to crawl to the kitchen so she will not step on the lens and break it. Don't walk your life, will break it, crawl to the kitchen, crawl to the kitchen. The line captures everything I love about the way the series handles physical stakes. A contact lens is a tiny, nearly invisible object. The fear of destroying it with a single footstep turns the ordinary floor into a minefield. Ball's body language in this sequence would have been a study in controlled desperation, the careful placement of hands and knees, the wide-eyed scanning of every surface, the rising pitch of her voice as the minutes pass without that success. When Vivian finds a Chinese fortune cookie under the stove instead of the lens, the comic deflation is perfect. The fortune promises a rich, handsome man. The universe, it seems, is not without a sense of humor. What I return to most often is the moment the true location of the lens becomes clear. Lucy reconstructs the sequence once more and arrives at the only possible conclusion: the lens must have fallen into the icing while she was finishing the cake. It must have fallen into the icing. I must have iced the cake with it. The line is delivered with the peculiar mixture of horror and resignation that Ball specialized in. The cake has already been sent to the bank with the boys. It is no longer in the house. It is out in the world, sitting among other chocolate fudge cakes at a charity sale containing somewhere in its sweet dark frosting, a tiny piece of glass that cost $200 and required Mr. Mooney's reluctant guarantee. The financial dread is immediate and specific. Mr. Mooney's gonna kill me. The social dread is equally sharp. The cake was a contribution, now it is a liability. The cultural texture of the early 1960s deepens the comedy in ways that continue to reward attention. A charity cake sale at the bank is a precise marker of suburban middle-class life, women baking for a cause. The bank as both financial and social institution, the expectation that a good chocolate fudge cake will reflect well on the flecklet allen and staying the Sygnał self the come videos lifetime stages. Baker. Lucy's lenses are a modern convenience layered on top of this traditional obligation. The collision between the two, invisible optical technology and visible domestic performance, produces the disaster. I find myself laughing and aching at the same time when she realizes what has happened, because the ache comes from recognizing how thoroughly a small personal vanity has been absorbed into a public gesture. She wanted to see without glasses. Now, she cannot see the lens at all, and the evidence of her carelessness is about to be sold to the highest bidder. I have lived with this episode through different seasons of my own life, and the icing sequence has always felt like a private parable about the fragility of small victories. There was a time when I watched primarily for the pure physical comedy of the search and the rising panic. Later I began to notice the quieter emotional architecture, the way Lucy's delight in the lenses is so quickly converted into terror of losing them. The way a single moment of inattention while performing an ordinary domestic task can unravel an entire afternoon of careful planning. The comfort the show has given me lies in its refusal to treat the loss as trivial. The lens matters. The money matters. Mr. Mooney's opinion matters. The comedy arises not from dismissing these concerns, but from allowing them to expand until they fill the kitchen and then the entire town. The dialogue is dense, with the specific character revealing turns that reward close attention. Lucy's careful reconstruction of her movements, her order to crawl rather than walk, her horror at the fortune cookie, her final terrible realization about the icing, all of it builds a portrait of a woman whose mind works at high speed. Even as the situation deteriorates, she is already planning the next move while still processing the current catastrophe. That forward momentum is pure Lucy. She does not collapse under the knowledge that the lens is in the cake. She immediately begins calculating how to retrieve it. The decision to go to the bank and buy the cake back is inevitable. The fact that 15 other women have also baked chocolate fudge cakes is the kind of cruel comic multiplication the series specializes in. One cake would have been a problem, 15 cakes become a saga. As the scene prepares to move into the frantic purchase of every similar cake at the sale, I feel the same anticipatory mixture of dread and delight that has accompanied me through every viewing. The lenses were supposed to make life easier. Instead, they have turned a simple charitable gesture into a sticky, expensive, and deeply personal crisis. That reversal still strikes me as one of the purest expressions of the show's comic philosophy. Ordinary life is never ordinary for long when Lucy Carmichael is involved. A cake is never just a cake. A contact lens is never just a small piece of plastic. In Ball's hands, they become the instruments of a beautifully sustained disaster, and I would not trade the pleasure of watching it unfold for anything. The comfort of returning to this particular mess never diminishes. It remains one of the private joys of my viewing life, a reminder that even the sweetest domestic intentions can, with the right timing and the wrong blink, become the material of lasting comic grace. I have always been struck by the sheer magnificent absurdity of the moment when Lucy realizes she must buy every chocolate fudge cake at the sale. The logic is airtight. In its panic, the cakes all look alike. She cannot identify her own, and somewhere inside one of them rests the contact lens that cost $200 and required Mr. Mooney's reluctant guarantee. What still moves me after all these years is how completely Lucille Ball commits to the physical and emotional reality of that decision. She does not buy 1 or 2 cakes on a hopeful guess. She buys them all. 15 chocolate fudge cakes. The image of Lucy and Vivian staggering under the weight of that sticky cargo remains one of the purest expressions of the series' comic philosophy: when a small problem can be multiplied, it will be. And the multiplication will be both ridiculous and strangely moving. In my own experience of rewatching this, I find myself pausing over the logistics of the transport. The cakes are heavy. The women's fingers sink into the frosting. My fingers are killing me, Lucy protests as they struggle to set the towering load down without disaster. The script captures the practical comedy of the moment with perfect economy, yet the performance implications are rich. Ball would have played the strain in her shoulders, the careful, slightly desperate adjustments of grip, the wide-eyed determination not to drop a single cake because any one of them might contain the missing lens. Vivian's exasperation is the perfect counterpoint. She has been drafted into the crisis as she so often is, and her running commentary, "If I have to feel my way through 15 fudge cakes, I'm gonna have awful fat fingers," still draws from me the same affectionate laughter it did decades ago. The warning not to lick her fingers lest she swallow the lens is pure gold. "So what, how many calories can a contact lens have?" Vivian asks, and the line encapsulates the exhausted, sugar-coated fatalism that makes their partnership so enduring. The search itself is a sustained exercise in sticky desperation that has always felt to me like one of the great physical sequences in the series. They must go through every cake. They must examine every bit of icing. The cakes all look alike. There is no way to know which one is the original. The script lingers on the repetitive, increasingly messy labor, the scraping, the probing, the rising sense that the lens may never be found. I can see Ball's hands in my mind's eye, careful, thorough, increasingly coated in chocolate, working with the same focused intensity she once brought to the assembly line chocolates in an earlier era of her career. The continuity of that physical intelligence across decades of performance still moves me. She understands that comedy lives in the details of the body under pressure, and here the pressure is both temporal and financial. Mr. Mooney could appear at any moment. The lens is somewhere in the sweet wreckage. Failure is not an option. Yet success feels increasingly improbable. What I return to most often is the sudden arrival of Mr. Mooney and the frantic attempt to conceal the evidence. The women have turned the kitchen into a disaster of smeared frosting and dismantled cakes. Mooney's questions are precise and dangerous. Why did you buy 15 chocolate fudge cakes, and why have you messed them all up? Lucy's improvisation is a thing of beauty. They were going to make the 15 cakes into one great big cake. A single magnificent cake large enough to hold all the candles for Vivian's upcoming birthday. The explanation is absurd, yet she sells it with the full force of her conviction. One great big beautiful cake, she declares, and for a moment the sheer energetic nonsense of the lie almost carries the day. I find myself laughing and aching at the same time when I watch this, because the ache comes from recognizing how quickly Lucy must rewrite reality to protect herself from Mooney's judgment. The man who guaranteed her credit for the lenses is now standing in a kitchen full of destroyed cakes, and the only shield she has is a story about candles and birthdays. The cultural texture of the early 1960s deepens the comedy in ways that continue to reward attention. A charity bake sale at the bank is a precise social ritual of the period, women contributing homemade goods, the bank serving as both financial institution and community gathering place, the expectation that a well-made cake reflects well on the baker. Lucy's decision to buy every similar cake is both a practical response to her crisis and a comic exaggeration of consumer desperation. The fact that 15 other women independently chose to bake chocolate fudge cake feels like the universe conspiring against her with statistical cruelty. The series rarely needs to invent external misfortune. Ordinary suburban life properly observed supplies all the chaos required. I have lived with this episode through different seasons of my own life, and the 15 cake sequence has always felt like a private celebration of female partnership under pressure. Vivian could have refused to help. She could have pointed out with perfect justice that the lens problem was Lucy's alone. Instead, she sinks her hands into the frosting alongside her friend and stays until the bitter, sticky end. Their bickering is constant. You're the one who wanted the maid, who eats like a horse, yet the loyalty underneath never wavers. That combination of sharp tongues and steadfast presence is one of the enduring comforts the show has given me. In a world that often feels isolating, the image of two women covered in chocolate, arguing and searching and refusing to abandon each other still feels like a form of grace. The dialogue is dense with the specific character revealing turns that reward close attention. Lucy's frantic explanation about the giant birthday cake, Vivian's muttering about fat fingers and calories. Mooney's dry inquiry into the ruined cakes, all of it builds a portrait of a crisis that is simultaneously ridiculous and genuinely high stakes. The lens matters. The money matters. Mooney's opinion matters. The comedy does not diminish those stakes. It expands them until the entire kitchen becomes a battlefield of frosting and improvisation. When Mooney reveals that he has set Lucy's original cake aside for Irma's birthday and by strange coincidence Nelson's birthday as well, the trap closes with perfect timing. The one cake that actually contains the lens is now reserved for the Mooney household. The women have destroyed 14 innocent cakes and still do not possess the one that matters. As the scene prepares to move into the midnight return to the Mooney house, I feel the same mixture of dread and delighted anticipation that has accompanied me through every viewing. The search through the 15 cakes has solved nothing except to eliminate the wrong possibilities. The real cake is elsewhere, guarded by a dog with his own private door and a banker who already suspects something is amiss. Lucy's determination only hardens. She will bake another cake. She will switch them in the night. She will retrieve the lens, or destroy herself trying. That forward momentum, that refusal to accept defeat even when covered in the evidence of her own failure, is pure Lucy Carmichael. It is also pure Lucille Ball, the willingness to follow a comic premise into the messiest possible corners and to find inside the mess something surprisingly close to heroism. The comfort of returning to this sticky, desperate, and strangely beautiful sequence never diminishes. It remains one of the private joys of my viewing life, a reminder that friendship, panic, and chocolate frosting can, in the right hands, become the material of lasting comic art. I have always been struck by the way the midnight cake switch sequence gathers every comic thread of the contact lens crisis and tightens them into one of the most sustained, breathless, and strangely tender set pieces in the entire composite. After the sticky failure of the 15 cake search, Lucy reaches the only conclusion that her particular brand of determination will allow. If the original cake now sits in the Mooney pantry reserved for Irma's birthday, then she must go and retrieve it under cover of darkness. What still moves me after all these years is how completely the episode commits to the practical and emotional logistics of that decision. This is not a casual errand. It is a full-scale nocturnal operation involving a dog door, a suspicious banker, a loyal but exasperated best friend, and the constant threat of discovery. The stakes are both tiny and enormous, a single contact lens, $200, Mr. Mooney's trust, and Lucy's ability to keep her private disaster from becoming public knowledge. In my own experience of rewatching this, I find myself slowing down as the plan is hatched in the Carmichael kitchen. Vivian's reluctance is immediate and justified. She has already spent an afternoon elbow deep in frosting. Now she is being recruited for a break-in. Lucy's argument is a masterpiece of self-serving logic dressed as consideration for others. If Mr. Mooney comes downstairs and finds Lucy alone in his kitchen, Irma might become jealous. But if Vivian is there as well, the scene will appear harmless. The reasoning is absurd, yet it is also strangely touching. Lucy cannot imagine facing the risk alone, and she frames her need for company as a protective gesture toward Vivian's reputation. I laugh every time, and every time I also feel a small ache of recognition. Friendship in this household often means being drafted into someone else's emergency and then being told the draft is for your own good. The approach to the Mooney house under cover of night remains one of my favorite transitions in the series. The assumption that no one in Danfield locks their doors is both a period detail and a perfect setup for comedy. They will simply walk in. Of course, nothing is ever that simple. The dog door installed at the cost of $50 so that Nelson can come and go at will becomes the unexpected obstacle. Lucy tries to squeeze through and becomes spectacularly stuck. The physical comedy that follows is pure Lucille Ball. The urgent whispers, the instructions to exhale, the realization that the part of her that is stuck is not the part that can usefully release air, the frantic pushing and pulling. Vivian gets stuck as well. For a moment, the two women are a single undignified half-in and half-out tangle of limbs and panic. I can see Ball's face in my mind's eye, the wide eyes, the gritted teeth, the quick flashes of both fear and determination. The dog door was meant to be a convenience for Nelson. Instead, it becomes a comic threshing machine that nearly ends the mission before it begins. What I return to most often is the sequence inside the house once they finally extricate themselves. The kitchen is dark. The pantry holds the target cake. They switch it with the replacement Lucy has baked, working in urgent whispers. Then Nelson appears. The dog's presence is both a threat and a weirdly domestic counterpoint to the criminal atmosphere. Mooney's voice drifts down the stairs, half asleep and irritated. The women freeze. The improvisation that follows is one of the great emergency lies in the series. They have not broken in to steal a cake. They have broken in to deliver a special birthday cake for Nelson because tomorrow is both Irma's birthday and the dog's, and they could not bear the thought of Nelson feeling rejected while his mistress received all the flair and the precious attention. The story is ridiculous. Ball sells it with absolute conviction. Mooney, still foggy with sleep and confronted by two frosting-smeared women and a happily occupied dog, accepts the explanation just long enough for them to escape. The narrowness of the success still makes my heart beat faster on every viewing. The cultural texture of the early 1960s deepens the comedy in ways that continue to reward attention. A dog door is a small marker of suburban prosperity and pet-centered domesticity. The assumption that neighbors can enter one another's homes with relative ease reflects a particular mid-century trust that already feels nostalgic. Lucy's willingness to exploit that trust for the sake of a contact lens is both comic and strangely intimate. She is not a stranger committing a crime. She is a neighbor and a bank customer and a woman who has already entangled Mr. Mooney in her financial affairs. The break-in is less an invasion than an extension of the complicated, half-affectionate, half-exasperated relationship she has always maintained with him. That emotional complexity keeps the sequence from becoming pure farce. There is real risk here, social, financial and personal, and the women feel it in every whispered instruction and every frozen moment when footsteps approach. I have lived with this episode through different seasons of my own life, and the midnight switch has always felt like a private celebration of desperate competence. Lucy and Vivian are not skilled burglars. They get stuck in the dog door. They make too much noise. They invent stories on the fly that barely hold together. And yet they succeed, at least temporarily. The lens is recovered in the most absurd way possible, discovered earlier on the tip of Vivian's nose after an unfortunate collision, but the cake is switched, the evidence is removed, and they make it back out into the night. That combination of incompetence and ultimate effectiveness is pure Lucy. She does not win through elegance. She wins through sheer refusal to stop. The dialogue is dense, with the specific character revealing turns that reward close attention. Lucy's urgent instructions while stuck in the door, Vivian's muttered complaints, the frantic birthday cake explanation offered to a half-asleep Mooney, the final whispered celebrations once they are clear of the house, all of it builds a portrait of two women operating at the absolute edge of their nerve and still somehow functioning as a team. The frosting that still clings to their fingers and clothes becomes a comic badge of honor. They have reached into the heart of the Mooney household, rearranged its desserts, and escaped with the one cake that mattered. The victory is messy, temporary, and deeply satisfying. As the sequence winds down and the women stumble home with the recovered cake and the hard-won lens, I feel the same mixture of relief and lingering tension that has accompanied me through every viewing. The immediate crisis is over. The lens is safe. Mooney has been temporarily convinced, yet the larger pattern remains unchanged. Lucy's small vanities and large determination will create another crisis soon enough, and Vivian will be drafted again, and Mr. Mooney will once more find himself standing in the wreckage of their good intentions. That cyclical quality is part of the comfort the show has always given me. The specific disasters change. The underlying loyalty, the frantic improvisation, and the stubborn refusal to accept defeat remain constant. The Midnight Cake Switch is simply one of the purest distillations of that formula, and I would not trade the pleasure of watching it for anything. The comfort of returning to this particular narrow escape never diminishes. It remains one of the private joys of my viewing life, a reminder that even the stickiest situations can with enough nerve and enough friendship be survived, and survived with frosting still on your fingers. I have always been struck by the way the series pivots from the sticky nocturnal chaos of the cake switch into a quieter but no less revealing examination of social aspiration and quiet envy. The luncheon with the women of the Danfield Art Society arrives like a soft polished mirror held up to Lucy and Vivian's everyday lives, and what the mirror reflects is not failure exactly but a sudden sharp awareness of what they do not have. What still moves me after all these years is how gently yet precisely the episode captures the particular ache of middle-class longing in the mid-1960s. The visiting women are gracious. They praise the luncheon, they smile. And the moment they leave, Lucy's face falls into the familiar mixture of doubt and determination that I have come to love so deeply. They didn't enjoy it at all, she insists. I bet they thought it was a lousy luncheon. Vivian tries to reassure her, but the damage is done. The real wound is not the quality of the food, it is the invisible army of full-time maids those other women possess. In my own experience of re-watching this, I find myself lingering over the post-luncheon conversation with special affection. Lucy and Vivian sit among the remnants of their carefully prepared meal and begin to inventory the differences between their household and the ones they have just entertained. Every one of those 4 women has a full-time maid. The observation is delivered with a kind of wistful awe. "What a way to live," Lucy says. And the line carries both comic exaggeration and genuine yearning. She would rather have a full-time maid than a full-time husband, she declares, and the joke lands with the particular sharpness that Ball always brought to lines about domestic labor and female independence. I laugh, and then I feel the quieter recognition underneath. These are women who manage households, raise children, navigate limited budgets, and still find themselves measuring their lives against a standard of ease they cannot quite reach. The Art Society becomes the stage on which that measurement takes place. The discussion that follows about how they might afford a maid is pure Lucy logic, and it still delights me with its mixture of arithmetic and fantasy. If they had a maid, they would not have to get up in the morning. They could sleep through breakfast and thereby save the cost of the meal. If they were truly committed, they could sleep through lunch as well. The calculations spiral into the absurd, the money saved on movies, on popcorn, on the candy and junk that Vivian eats. They arrive at $15. $15 is not enough. The want ads are consulted. One experienced maid formerly employed by a state senator commands $40 a week. Another, refined and well-educated, asks $25. The numbers are daunting. And then Lucy arrives at the solution that only she could find elegant: she will take the $25 job herself. With that salary, she can hire the $40 maid for their own home. The plan is circular, self-exploiting, and somehow perfectly coherent within the moral universe of the series. I find myself laughing and aching at the same time when she explains it, because the ache comes from recognizing the lengths she will go to in order to close the gap between the life she has and the life she briefly glimpsed across her own luncheon table. Mr. Mooney's entrance and immediate dismissal of the idea provide the necessary counterweight. He finds the notion of a maid extravagant, even ridiculous. His own wife entertains constantly because he is president of the bank, yet she would never dream of asking for domestic help. He himself does the cooking and the washing up. "I'm maid," he declares, and the line is both a boast and a subtle rebuke. Lucy's response is immediate and fierce. Having a maid is not an extravagance, it is a necessity when one entertains. The exchange captures the class and gender tensions of the period with remarkable lightness. Mooney speaks from a position of financial authority and traditional male provision. Lucy speaks from the lived experience of a widow who must manufacture status through effort and appearance. Neither is entirely wrong. The comedy arises from the collision of their certainties. The cultural texture of 1964 saturates these scenes in ways that continue to reward close attention. The Danfield Art Society stands as a precise marker of suburban cultural aspiration, women gathering around art, culture, and refined social ritual. Their status quietly reinforced by the invisible labor of household staff. Lucy and Vivian's desire to join is not merely about prestige. It is about belonging to a world that seems smoother, more graceful, less exhausted by the daily friction of cooking and cleaning and childcare. The fact that they are willing to rearrange their entire economic lives around the acquisition of a maid speaks to how powerfully that smoother world beckons. At the same time, the episode never mocks the longing. It treats the desire for help as legitimate, even as it prepares to extract maximum comedy from the methods Lucy will use to obtain it. What I return to most often is the quiet emotional honesty beneath the comic scheming. Lucy is not simply envious in a petty sense. She has just spent an afternoon performing the role of gracious hostess for women who do not have to perform that role alone. The labor of the luncheon was real. The praise was polite. The gap between effort and ease has been made visible, and once seen it cannot be unseen. Her decision to work as a maid in order to hire a maid is both ridiculous and strangely dignified. She will not lower her standards. She will simply work twice as hard to meet them. That particular form of stubborn self-respect has always felt to me like one of the deepest currents running through the character. Ball plays it without self-pity and without apology. The vanity and the work ethic and the longing for a softer life coexist in the same woman. And the performance makes all of them believable. I have lived with this episode through different seasons of my own life, and the art society sequence has always functioned as a small private mirror. There was a time when I watched primarily for the verbal sparring with Mooney and the absurdity of the double maid plan. Later, I began to notice the quieter sociology of the scene. The way status is performed, through the presence or absence of domestic help, the way women measure their own labor against the hidden labor of others. The way a simple luncheon can open a sudden aperture onto larger questions of class and fatigue and aspiration. The comfort the show has given me lies in its ability to hold all of these elements inside a comic frame without diminishing any of them. Lucy's envy is real. Her solution is mad. Her determination is magnificent. The episode allows all three truths to stand. The dialogue is dense, with the specific character revealing turns that reward repeated attention. Lucy's declaration that she would rather have a full-time maid than a full-time husband, her meticulous and increasingly fantastical accounting of possible savings, her fierce defense of the maid as necessity rather than luxury. Vivian's dry participation in the arithmetic, all of it builds a portrait of two women who are both trapped by and actively renegotiating the domestic expectations of their era. When they finally settle on the plan that Lucy will become a maid in order to employ one, the decision feels less like a plot device, and more like the inevitable expression of her character. She has never been willing to accept the limits of her situation. If the art society women have maids, then she will have one too, even if she has to create the economic conditions for that luxury with her own labor. As the scene prepares to move into the actual job application and the invention of the character Hilda, I feel the same anticipatory pleasure that has accompanied me through every viewing. The aspiration has been named. The envy has been acknowledged. The mad solution has been embraced. Everything that follows, the false references, the interview, the international dinner service, will grow directly from this quiet afternoon of social comparison and stubborn resolve. That structural clarity still strikes me as one of the series' great strengths. Ordinary feelings of inadequacy are allowed to expand until they generate extraordinary comic action, and the action never entirely loses contact with the feeling that produced it. The comfort of returning to this particular hinge point in the narrative never diminishes. It remains one of the private joys of my viewing life, a reminder that the longing for a little more ease, a little more grace, a little more help, can become in Lucille Ball's hands the engine of both chaos and a strangely moving form of self-creation. I have always been struck by the particular audacity of the moment when Lucy Carmichael looks at the want ads, does the arithmetic one more time, and decides that the only rational solution is to become a maid herself. The circular elegance of the plan still delights me. She will earn $25 a week, working in someone else's house, so that she can pay $40 a week for a maid in her own. What still moves me after all these years is how completely Lucille Ball commits to the emotional logic of that decision. There is no sheepishness in it, no sense that the scheme is beneath her. There is only the bright, forward-leaning determination of a woman who has identified an obstacle and has already begun to dismantle it with her own labor. In the moral universe of the series, this is not degradation, it is strategy. In my own experience of rewatching this, I find myself lingering over the fabrication of the reference letter with special pleasure. Vivian is pressed into service as the former employer. The letter that emerges is a comic masterpiece of inflated praise. I hereby certify that Miss Carmichael is an excellent maid. She is also a person of excellent character besides being an excellent worker and an excellent cook. The repetition of excellent builds like a drumroll. Then comes the postscript that Ball would have delivered with perfect timing. Miss Carmichael is not only a wonderful employee but a joy to have around with her ready smile and the ring of her girlish laughter. The final flourish that if the dustpan and the broom could speak they too would say so still makes me laugh out loud. The letter is absurd, and it is also oddly touching. Lucy is not merely inventing credentials, she is inventing a version of herself that the world of the art society might find acceptable. The performance of respectability begins on the page before it ever reaches the interview. The interview itself remains one of the richest character encounters in the composite. The employer, elegant, accustomed to staff, lightly condescending, decides almost immediately that the new maid will be called Hilda. The previous Hilda stayed 12 years and it is easier for the mistress to reuse the name than to learn a new one. Lucy's acceptance of the renaming is a small, brilliant piece of comic business. I love the name Hilda, she declares. I don't know why anybody ever called me Lucy anyway. The line carries both submission and a flicker of private irony. Ball plays the moment with a slight tilt of the head, a quick brightness of the eyes that lets us see the calculation underneath the compliance. She will be Hilda if Hilda is what the job requires. Identity in this context is a tool rather than a fixed truth. What I return to most often is the tour of the maintenance supplies in the first assignment. The closet is stocked with wax silver polish naphtha for the drapes and mysterious bottles whose contents the mistress herself cannot identify. Maybe it's plasma Lucy offers, and the line is pure nervous improvisation. Then comes the order for a small minute steak. The physical comedy of Lucy confronting the steak, her determination to appear competent, her slight panic at the unfamiliar kitchen. The way she would have handled the pan with both caution and bravado is implied in every beat of the dialogue. I can see Ball's body language, in my mind's eye, the squared shoulders, the overly bright smile, the quick glances that check whether her performance is landing. She is not merely taking a job, she is inhabiting a role, and the role must be flawless if the larger scheme is to succeed. The cultural texture of the early 1960s deepens the comedy in ways that continue to reward attention. Domestic service was still a common feature of middle and upper middle class life, yet it was also becoming a site of quiet social tension. The employer's casual renaming of the maid, the assumption that the same name can be recycled across different women. The slight impatience with any display of personality. These details sketch a world in which household staff are both necessary and slightly invisible. Lucy's decision to enter that world, voluntarily, and to do so in order to purchase a parallel version of it for herself creates a comic hall of mirrors. She is simultaneously the servant and the future mistress, the woman who polishes silver and the woman who aspires to have her silver polished. The episode never lectures about these ironies. It simply allows them to accumulate until the humor becomes inseparable from a gentle social observation. I have lived with this episode through different seasons of my own life, and the Hilda transformation has always felt like a private parable about the performance of class. There was a time when I watched primarily for the verbal comedy of the reference letter and the renaming. Later I began to notice the quieter emotional architecture, the way Lucy willingly erases her own name in order to gain a foothold in a world that would otherwise exclude her. The way she accepts the demeaning aspects of the role without allowing them to touch her core sense of self. The comfort the show has given me lies in that resilience. Lucy can answer to Hilda for 8 hours a day and still come home as Lucy. The job is a means, not an identity. Ball plays that distinction with remarkable clarity. Even when she is scrubbing or fetching or murmuring, "Yes, ma'am," the private intelligence of the character remains visible in the eyes and the timing. The parallel preparations at home add another layer that I find endlessly rich. While Lucy is out becoming Hilda, she and Vivian are also preparing to receive their own maid, Miss Putnam. Detective stories are hidden so that the new employee will not discover their taste for Mickey Spillane. Encyclopedias are left open on the table to suggest an atmosphere of cultivation. The children are coached. The entire household is briefly restaged as a more refined version of itself. The comedy is gentle, but the underlying impulse is the same one that drove the Art Society luncheon. The desire to be seen as the kind of people who deserve a maid. That the effort is slightly clumsy only makes it more endearing. They are not natural aristocrats. They are women constructing the appearance of ease through frantic last-minute labor, the very opposite of the ease they hope to purchase. The dialogue is dense with the specific character revealing turns that reward close attention. Lucy's cheerful acceptance of the name Hilda, her nervous inventory of the cleaning supplies, her determination to produce a perfect minute steak, the whispered coaching sessions with Vivian before Miss Putnam arrives, all of it builds a portrait of a woman operating on two levels at once. On the surface, she is the ideal servant, deferential, competent, grateful for the work. Underneath, she is the architect of a larger plan, counting the days until her own wages can be transformed into someone else's labor in her own kitchen. The tension between those two roles is the engine of the comedy, and Ball modulates it with extraordinary precision. She never lets the audience forget that Hilda is a performance, yet she never allows the performance to become sloppy. The job depends on its success. As the sequence prepares to move into the actual complications of the double life, Lucy racing between her paid work and the needs of her own household, the exhaustion beginning to show, the international dinner party looming, I feel the same anticipatory mixture of dread and delight that has accompanied me through every viewing. The scheme is in motion. The name has been accepted. The reference has been believed. Everything that follows will test how long a woman can sustain two opposing roles before the friction between them generates heat, noise, and the particular form of chaos that only Lucy Carmichael can produce. That structural promise still strikes me as one of the series' great pleasures. Ordinary social longing has been converted into a high-wire act of identity, and the wire is already beginning to tremble. The comfort of returning to this particular transformation never diminishes. It remains one of the private joys of my viewing life, a reminder that the desire for a little more ease can lead a person to the most unexpected versions of herself. And that in Lucille Ball's hands, those versions will always be played. With heart, with precision, and with an unshakable sense that the performance is worth the price. I have always been struck by the way the international dinner sequence gathers every strand of Lucy's double life and spins them into one of the most sustained, costume-driven, and gloriously unhinged set pieces in the entire composite. By the time Mrs. Van Black's guests begin to arrive, Lucy has already been running on fumes for days, working as Hilda, racing home on her lunch hour with delicatessen food, coaching Vivian, hiding the evidence of their ordinary lives. What still moves me after all these years is how completely the episode allows the pressure to build until the only possible release is theatrical. The dinner is not merely a meal. It is a performance within a performance, and Lucy, who has been performing the role of perfect maid, now drafts Vivian into an entire pageant of national costumes so that the Art Society women will never recognize the two aspiring members serving their food. In my own experience of rewatching this, I find myself holding my breath as the first crisis hits. The guests are the very women from the Danfield Art Society. The women whose approval Lucy has been chasing. The women who already possess the maids and the ease she covets. If they see her face, the entire scheme collapses. Vivian's instinct is to flee. Lucy's is to invent. The solution she arrives at is pure Lucy logic. Under extreme duress, the dinner already has an international menu. Therefore the servers can become international too. A Russian shawl and babushka for the consommé that must be passed off as borscht. A frantic transformation into a French presence for the bread. An Italian chef's mustache and accent for the antipasto. Later improvised Spanish flair, and even a Jingle Bells interlude that somehow belongs to the fake Alaska. The plan is insane. Ball plays it with the bright, slightly desperate conviction of a woman who has burned every other bridge and is now constructing a new one out of tablecloths and toothpick mustaches. The physical comedy of the costume changes remains one of the great pleasures of the sequence for me. Time is almost non-existent. The women must transform in pantries and hallways, whispering instructions, jamming on headscarves, cutting mustaches from whatever dark material is at hand, adopting accents that slide around the map of Europe without ever quite landing. I can see Ball's body language in my mind's eye, the quick, efficient movements of someone who has spent a lifetime making costume changes under pressure, the wide eyes checking for recognition from the dining room, the forced brightness of the smile when she must re-enter with the next course, when she launches into the Russian phase or the Italian pasta fazoula. The commitment is total. There is no winking at the audience. There is only the full-bodied embodiment of whatever nationality the current platter requires. That willingness to look ridiculous in the service of a larger goal is pure Lucille Ball, and it still fills me with a kind of protective admiration. What I return to most often is the layered irony of the recognition scene. The Art Society women are enchanted. They find the whole presentation terribly clever. The Russian costume for the borscht, the French touch for the bread, the Italian flourish for the antipasto. It is all so original, so charming, so perfectly in keeping with the international spirit of art itself. They have no idea that the cleverness is the frantic byproduct of two women trying not to be identified. When the truth of Lucy and Vivian's identities finally surfaces, the women do not take offense. They are delighted. The entire chaotic pageant is interpreted as a surprise arranged for their benefit. Membership is offered on the spot. The very scheme that was designed to hide Lucy's employment becomes the reason she is welcomed into the circle she has been chasing. I find myself laughing and aching at the same time when this reversal lands. Because the ache comes from the pure accidental grace of it. Lucy has spent the entire episode trying to manufacture status through labor and deception. In the end, the status is conferred because her deception was so energetically visibly absurd that it looked like intentional charm. The cultural texture of the early 1960s deepens the comedy in ways that continue to reward attention. The ethnic disguises play on the period's comfortable, slightly cartoonish sense of European national types: the solemn Russian, the romantic French, the exuberant Italian, the rhythmic Spanish. Modern viewers may wince at the broadness. Yet, within the episode, the stereotypes are less about mockery of other cultures than about the desperation of two American women grabbing whatever cultural signifiers are nearest to hand. The Art Society itself stands as a precise marker of suburban cultural aspiration. Women who gather around the idea of art, who value refinement, who have the leisure and the staff to host and to attend. Lucy's frantic international floor show is both a parody of that refinement and, paradoxically, the thing that gains her admission to it. The episode holds the contradiction lightly. It allows the audience to enjoy the slapstick while still noticing the social hunger underneath. I have lived with this episode through different seasons of my own life, and the dinner sequence has always felt like a private celebration of improvisational survival. There was a time when I watched primarily for the pure visual comedy of the costumes and the accents. Later I began to notice the quieter emotional architecture, the way Lucy's double life has become unsustainable, the way Vivian is once again drafted into a crisis not of her making, the way the fear of exposure produces a burst of creativity that ultimately solves the original problem. The comfort the show has given me lies in that pattern. Chaos is not merely endured. It is metabolized into something that looks from the outside like intention. Ball's performance makes the metabolizing visible. Even when she is mid-accent and mid-mustache, the private calculation never fully leaves her eyes. She is always working, always adjusting, always one course ahead of disaster. The dialogue is dense with the specific character revealing turns that reward close attention. Lucy's urgent instructions to Vivian between courses, the half-whispered justifications offered to Mrs. Van Black, the full-throated national exclamations, as each platter is presented, the final stunned acceptance of membership. All of it builds a portrait of a woman whose greatest talent is the ability to turn impending humiliation into an unexpected form of triumph. When the Art Society women declare that they are glad to have Lucy and Vivian as members, the moment carries a complex charge. The acceptance is real. The basis for it is almost entirely accidental. Lucy has gotten what she wanted, but not in any way she could have planned. That mixture of victory and absurdity feels to me like the emotional signature of the entire series. As the sequence winds down and the women of the art society depart still praising the cleverness of the evening, I feel the same mixture of exhaustion and elation that the characters themselves must feel. The Maid scheme has succeeded in the most sideways fashion possible. Lucy has her membership. She has at least temporarily closed the gap between herself and the women she envied. The cost has been days of double labor, a gallery of ridiculous disguises, and the near constant threat of exposure. Yet, the cost is also the comedy, and the comedy is what makes the victory feel earned rather than simply given. The comfort of returning to this particular explosion of costumes and accents never diminishes. It remains one of the private joys of my viewing life, a reminder that the most elaborate performances are sometimes born of pure necessity, and that in Lucille Ball's hands necessity can look a great deal like joy. I have always been struck by the particular tenderness and immediate comic peril that arrive with Mr. Mooney's cockatiel. After the high-velocity social engineering of the art society dinner, the series settles into a quieter domestic register only to reveal that quietness itself can be the setup for disaster. Mr. Mooney appears with a request that is almost shy in its vulnerability. His house is being painted. The smell of paint makes Greenback ill, and he needs someone to keep the bird for the day. What still moves me after all these years is how completely the episode allows Lucy's better nature and her scheming nature to activate at the same instant. She agrees at once, she coos over the bird. She accepts the typewritten instructions. And somewhere behind the bright acceptance the familiar calculation begins: if she can teach Greenback to say something advantageous, perhaps Mr. Mooney's heart and his control of her trust fund allowance can be softened. In my own experience of rewatching this, I find myself lingering over the first introduction of the bird with special affection. Greenback is not a generic pet. She is a character with a vocabulary and a relationship. Mooney has taught her to say e pluribus unum, and he demonstrates the phrase with the quiet pride of a man who does not often display softness. The Latin is perfect for a banker out of many one, and the fact that the bird speaks it on cue still makes me smile. Lucy's response is pure delight mixed with opportunity. Almost before Mooney is out the door, she is already leaning toward the cage with a new curriculum. "Give Lucy more money," she repeats slowly, clearly with the patient intensity of a woman who has decided that this particular bird is going to become an ally in her ongoing financial negotiations. The ambition is absurd. Ball plays it with absolute seriousness. That combination ridiculous goal, total commitment, has always been one of the deepest sources of my affection for the character. The campaign to win Greenback's love is a master class in comic overcompensation. Lucy and Vivian consult each other on bird psychology. They decide the creature will learn only if she feels safe and cherished. Fresh water is provided. Food is carefully offered. The cage is cleaned. Then the gifts begin. A little mirror. Speculation about a statue, because all birds love statues. Soon the cage is so full of tokens of affection that the bird herself is hard to see. You bought that bird, so many presents you can hardly see her in the cage. Vivian observes, and the line still draws a laugh from me because it captures the particular frenzy that overtakes Lucy when she decides that love, or at least compliance, can be purchased through abundance. I can see Ball's physicality in these moments, the eager leaning in the bright, slightly manic smile, the careful, almost reverent way she would have handled the small objects meant to seduce a cockatiel into financial loyalty. What I return to most often is the quiet, almost invisible moment when the cage door is left open. The script does not linger on the exact second of carelessness. One of them was feeding. One of them was watering. The door simply fails to close properly, and by the time anyone notices, Greenback is gone. The realization lands with the sickening drop that only true domestic disaster can produce. There is no bird in the cage. The search begins at once under the sofa, under the chair, in every shadowed corner of the living room. Lucy's voice climbs the familiar ladder of panic. Vivian's pragmatism sharpens into irritation. They have lost Mr. Mooney's beloved pet, the bird that calls him Popsy Wopsy, the bird that speaks Latin and represents in some unspoken way the softer side of the man who controls Lucy's economic life. The stakes are suddenly enormous. The cultural texture of the early 1960s deepens the comedy in ways that continue to reward attention. A talking cockatiel is a marker of a certain middle-class aspiration toward interesting, slightly exotic pets. The fact that Mooney has taught the bird a Latin motto rather than a simple hello sketches his character with efficient wit. Even his affections are formal, classical, faintly official. Lucy's decision to overwrite that vocabulary with a direct request for money is both a comic desecration and a perfect expression of her relationship to him. She has never been able to separate the personal from the financial where Mr. Mooney is concerned. The bird becomes simply the latest surface on which that entanglement is written. At the same time, the episode treats the animal itself with a surprising degree of respect. Greenback is not a prop. She has preferences, a history, a voice. When she vanishes, the loss feels real inside the comic frame. I have lived with this episode through different seasons of my own life, and the early Greenback sequences have always felt like a private study in the dangers of good intentions layered with ulterior motives. There was a time when I watched primarily for the pure verbal comedy of the training sessions and the mounting pile of bird toys. Later, I began to notice the quieter emotional architecture. The way Lucy's genuine delight in the creature coexists with her immediate desire to instrumentalize it, the way Vivian's skepticism serves as both brake and reluctant support system, the way a single moment of inattention can convert a favor into a crisis. The comfort the show has given me lies in that mixture. No good deed goes unpunished. Yet the punishment is never mean-spirited. It is simply the natural consequence of living at the high emotional temperature that Lucy requires. The dialogue is dense with the specific character revealing turns that reward close attention. Mooney's tender, slightly embarrassed goodbye to the bird, "Bye-bye Popsy Wopsy." Lucy's slow, deliberate repetition of "give Lucy more money." Vivian's dry warnings about the accumulating clutter in the cage, the rising panic of the search once the emptiness is discovered, all of it builds a portrait of a household that cannot leave even a simple favor alone. They must improve it. They must optimize it. They must turn it into an opportunity. And in the process, they create the exact conditions for loss. Ball modulates Lucy's progression from bright hostess to determined trainer to stricken caretaker with extraordinary precision. The eyes do most of the work. Everything else, voice, posture, timing, follows. As the sequence prepares to move into the discovery that Greenback is outside on the telephone pole and the subsequent increasingly dangerous attempts at recovery, I feel the same anticipatory tightening in my chest that has accompanied me through every viewing. The bird is gone. The open cage is an accusation. Mr. Mooney will return. The brief window of soft possibility that the cockatiel represented has closed, and in its place stands the familiar architecture of Lucy's next disaster. That transition still strikes me as one of the series' great structural pleasures. Ordinary domestic responsibility is allowed to expand until it generates extraordinary physical comedy, and the comedy never entirely loses contact with the small real affection that started the trouble. The comfort of returning to this particular setup never diminishes. It remains one of the private joys of my viewing life. A reminder that even the gentlest creatures can become agents of chaos when they enter Lucy Carmichael's orbit, and that in Lucille Ball's hands the chaos will always be played with heart, with precision, and with an unshakable sense that the attachment was worth the risk.